Hello, welcome all. I'm glad you're here. It's a big Super Bowl day, huh? Hey, Kathy, you gorgeous human, you. Welcome. Today, unlike most days, I have nothing planned. I usually plan a lot so I can share a lot, but today I thought I'd try something different, which makes me a little frazzled, and that is to wing it. 100%. So I have a bunch of products here and I'm going to let you all choose what I use. Hello. I'm glad you're here. So for those in my neck of the woods, it is Super Bowl Sunday. For me, Super Bowl is exciting because it means baseball's right around the corner. But thank you. Baseball's right around the corner, but I know for some people this is a big day. So I get if you can't be here. I get if you need to dash out to go get some Super Bowl party goodies. I get it. Thank you. I just thought for those of us who aren't into the Super Bowl or don't plan to do anything until you watch it, that we have all afternoon to play. So I am here. Thank you. My shirt, I think it's from Marine Layer, but I warn you, I love Marine Layer stuff, but they like the short styles. So I'm constantly hiking it down. It drives me crazy. So if you're old like me, keep that in mind. Welcome. So yeah, I'm going to wing it today. I don't know how long I'll last. I don't know. All I know is Ken and I have a date at 5:30. So it has to be done before that. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if I'm going to start making something and fizzle out. I have no idea.
You guys are going out?
Yeah, we're going to dinner.
Okay.
Why?
I was going to dinner too.
Oh, that's okay. Lila can be. We're good.
Take
We're
Lila.
good. To Grand?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. See, it's going to be one of those days. Family will pop in and out because it's a Sunday. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm wondering, were any of you yesterday in the With Love event that I taught in? Because that ended up being one of the best events that I've ever been a part of. It was just such a good day of crafting. I'm wondering if any of you were in it. It was with Scrapbook and Cards today, and it was a day of classes, and they kind of based it around the Share Handmade Kindness idea. So it was just about making cards to give for no reason. Not birthdays, not sympathy, just that unexpected card, which is always fun. And I taught along with Megan Andrew, Dana Joy, and Kathy Zilski, and it was so good. I thought it was so much fun. Oh, good. I'm glad some of you were there. Yeah, I'm guessing we'll do it again. They put together a kit for us to teach from, and it was so much stuff, and the class was so reasonable. It was unbelievable. It just turned out really well. So I'm going to ask her if we can do it again because I thought it was really fun. Good. I'm glad you all were there. Okay. So yes, this is an alternative. I don't know that this will be nearly as exciting as cooking your 7-layer dip or watching football stuff. But we're just going to try. We're going to give this a try.
Go team.
Go team, yes. Let's hope I can do this. So I've always been, I used to be really nervous about going live. I've gotten over that. But now I'm oh, Catherine, is that you? We were just talking about With Love from yesterday. Catherine is from Scrapbook and Cards today. She runs that whole thing. And we were talking about how much we loved that event yesterday. So I used to be really nervous when I would go live because going live. And now, but one of the ways I kind of controlled those nerves was to over-prepare, really have something planned out so that I could focus on the teaching and focus on answering questions. I find if I'm prepared, I can do that better. But today, I thought I would try this, which makes me nervous, and that is to wing it. And I'm going to show you a bunch of products first, and then I'll let you help me choose what I'm going to use. Now, that may mean that I'm just making a card, but not really teaching a technique, but I'll try. But I thought this would be something fun and different. So This is going to be very different. Would you please, I'm missing some. Somebody asked about the cardstock behind me. That is a mix of all different companies. Yes, I have the new Concord and Ninth and the new Kristina Werner release. And I thought this would be a fun thing to try where I let you pick when I've done no planning. So I decided to use new releases because then it's new to me. I haven't been able to think about it. I haven't seen a lot of ideas. So that's what we're going to do today. So a little bit of housekeeping first. Thank you, Barbara. A little bit of housekeeping first. Brianne, I think, is here, Link Ninja. She's my ride or die. She will answer your questions before you even ask them because she's that quick. So if you have any questions, yeah, Brianne's here. Put question in capital letters, and if she can't answer it, then Mike will tag it and I'll try to answer it. But if we miss something, please just ask it again. I'm going to try my best, but you also have to give me a little grace because I have to actually think more than usual in this live. So, I do have a regular video and a regular live plan for this week. So if this isn't your jam, I totally get it. I'm trying something new and I just ask for some grace. The other thing is, for information on things that I could potentially be using, I'm going to show you a bunch of things at first and then let you choose what I'm going to use. If you want to see thumbnails of them so it's easier to find or anything I use, at the top of my YouTube description, you'll see a link that has the word live in it in capital letters. Click that link and open it in a new tab, and that will bring up thumbnail pictures of everything that I could possibly use. And I really encourage you to open that because it makes it easier. We spend a lot of time doing that so that it's easy for you to find. But Brianne is here and she's really good about putting in the chat links of things I'm talking about. Carol asked, do I golf with my husband? I don't. Mike and I, when we were young, we took golf lessons together. It didn't work no. He could hit really far, but it would go all over. I could hit straight as an arrow, but it'd go like 20 feet. So between us, we'd be good. Ken is really, really good, like incredibly good. So no. What's easier, the lives or pre-recorded? Well, here, I'll tell you. I'll be honest with you. I'm in a pickle. So I've dug myself into a hole. I've been enjoying doing the lives because I've been enjoying, I know he's been trying to get me to do these for years. I've been enjoying doing the lives, but the problem is I need to finish up the cards, take photos, do a blog post with what I create in the live, and then also do a shortened live replay. And that takes a tremendous amount of work. And usually when a live is over, I need to move on to my next deadline. So those have piled up on me, and that's kind of stressing me out. So I need to get better control over that. But I also, the pre-recorded videos, I know a lot of people prefer those. So I don't want to give up one or the other. So I like whatever you all learn best from. So I want to offer both, but I enjoy lives because of connecting with people. I'm trying. It's hard, but I feel like I've become friends with people who are here a lot. So I know some people prefer one or the other. I understand that. So that's why I like to do the shortened versions. I know some people say that they don't, the shortened versions don't matter to them, but I get almost as many people watching the shortened versions as the long ones. So I don't know. I'm a people pleaser. What can I say? All right, so let me show you. Now I know people, I'm gonna show you some products and you're gonna help me choose what to use. But please, hold on real quick. A lot of people are saying don't do the shortened version. The reason I do the shortened versions is some people don't like lives. I think that part of that is because some people who go live, a little die fell out. Some people who go live like share stories and other things besides crafting. I don't have an exciting life, and I'm not funny, so I just focus on the crafting. But so people are either hesitant to watch lives because they only want crafting, or they don't have the time, which I get. So offering the shortened, I think, is really helpful to a lot of people. So I know I can't please everybody at once, but I want to try my best. That's the way it goes. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm figuring it out. So please give me grace as I figure that out. I am at a standing desk. I stand when I craft now. I used to sit, I stand now, and I like it much better. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. No idea if this is gonna work. I may ditch it midstream and just talk. Well, answer questions. I have Concord and Ninth and Kristina Werner's new releases. Hi, Dana. Hi, Sika. So, and then I have a few things from their last release, which I haven't used yet. So I'm going to show you them all. Along with, like, I'm going to show you the products, but sometimes looking at the products, you can't visualize it. So I asked Greg, I haven't asked Kristina, but I'm sure she'd be okay with it. She's going to Disney with me this week. I'll lock her out of the room if she's not okay with it. But I asked if I could share some of their images so you can see what the products kind of look like on a card. So I'm going to show you a bunch of things. Maybe take notes of things that you might like to see me use. I'm going to try to combine a couple of things. And then after I show you them all, then I'll let you guys kind of let me know what you think. I wish I knew how to do polls here, but I don't know how to do polls. What'd you say?
No, Christina's here.
Is Kristina here?
Yep, just flew past.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Kristina, is that okay if I show your Instagram photos?
Do whatever you need to do.
Awesome. Kristina's here. Okay. So if you don't know Kristina, who's one of my best friends, my travel buddy, it's fun thing about Kristina is if she texts me and says, hey, do you want to go to Disney? I'll be like, okay. And then I'll text her and I'm like, hey, you want to go to Greece? And she's like, okay. We're just like both addicted to travel. And we have a good time together. She's my buddy. So if you don't know about Kristina, she now has her own line and it's produced through Concord and Ninth. So if you go to the Concord and Ninth website, there'll be a Kristina Werner button at the top and her collection's in there. But I do have it all linked below in my description. Yeah, Kathy does polls, but Kathy's smarter than me. I don't know how to do polls. I would, if she pops in, I'll ask her and she can text Mike and let her know. Okay, so let him know. I will show you first Kristina's collection, and then I'll show you Concord and Ninth's new collection. And we're gonna try to put things together. I don't know, I have no idea if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try it. And as I go, I'll show you the product and then I'll show you some of their images that they gave me permission to share. How's that? Let's try this. First up, from Kristina, is the Simple Flowers. Mike, you're gonna have to help pull these up I'll tell you when. You can go ahead and find it.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of dies in here. And this is the first I'm looking at them. I've seen them. Kristina will like text me little previews, which is fun. But it has these fun flowers and leaves. But then there are coordinating dies for all of these images. All the flowers, all the leaves, and all the sentiments. Then it looks like there is a layering stencil set. Wonder if that's called Simple Flowers too. It sure is. That layers together. I think you can kind of tell what this will look like. Let me get them all oriented. That would make it more exciting, wouldn't it? There we go. So you can get like this overlapping floral background, and then there's leaves too. So that is Simple Flowers. Well, can you show the Simple Flower pictures? He's trying to figure out the poll. And this morning my phone locked up. So he's trying to figure that out too. Okay, so there's a card that Kristina made. That's using some of the Simple Flower. So it looks like she used the stencils and the stamp set there. Do you have another one, Mike?
Yeah.
Sometimes I have more than one. Mm-hmm. And then that uses the dies, which I think is so cute. I love how she used little strips there. Is there another one or no? I don't know. And there, oh gosh, that's awful. No, not that. Not her card. What? Hang on. I just said that's awful about my protein drink. I didn't mean the card. And then this, it looks like she used the stamps and the dies. So that is Simple Flowers. All right, here. Okay, so the reason I said this is awful is I didn't have time for lunch, so I'm drinking a protein drink and it's disgusting. I like the other flavor better. So this is Simple Flowers. So take note if you think you'd want me to use anything from that. Next up, we have the Big Type Greetings. Mike, I don't know what I called the images for this. I don't know. So these are big greetings, which I am a big fan of, you know. And the nice thing she did here, there's miss you, hugs, thank you, and hello. The nice thing she did is they're actually connected at the bottom, so you're not dealing with individual letters. Now, if you want to have individual letters, you could cut. But this has a little connection along the bottom, and then there's shadow dies. Tina, I will ask about that. I'll ask about that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You could also ask May on social media. She might be able to help you, or any of the Altenew people on social media. Okay, so do you have pictures, Mike, of Big Type so you can see what these look like on a card? So see how the letters are all connected there. So you're not dealing with a bunch of different things. But look at, she used the Simple Flower background on that, the stencils. Oh, that's pretty. That could be fun with a technique. All right, does there know that? And then look at this. She put a few together. That's great because that you could put on top of any background. So do you see how the letters are connected on Miss You? So you're not dealing with a bunch. And even the letters on Hello are connected at the bottom, which I think is really cool. And this is one that I thought maybe I could try that and make it like a window or something. So that's one option. I love that. Do these come, yeah, these dies are not connected. Like you don't have to snip them apart. They come separate. So that's Big Type. Then there is Written Words, which is, this is really nice because it's got a soft look to it. Like it's really detailed. And it's a mix of cursive and bold. Well, not bold, but I don't know my font words. Kristina would know. There is a coordinating die set. I like this. Wish I could hug you. So this one, Grateful to Know You, that's a good one too. So just a nice different look than things we've had before. Can you stencil on felt? Then cut. I've never stenciled on felt. I'd have to try it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, next up we have Simple Dots. It's a big, probably 6x6 clear stamp. And I thought this would be fun to stamp and then offset a bit and stamp in a different color and offset a bit so you have just like a pattern of dots, lots of dots. Script and serif fonts. Thank you, Betsy. She's a graphic designer. So this is another idea. This one is one of those that can be, like it's a basic that you can use in a lot of things. I love like a Swiss dot look. Do you have dot cards? So there Kristina did a color blocked. Kristina made all these. There's a color blocked background with that sentiment right at the focal point. Is there another one? Ooh, look at that. And that uses the Written Words stamp set and dies. And then, is that it?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. Let's see, hold on. I think there's one more for Kristina, and this is one that I really liked. Okay, encouraging words. I'm a big fan, as I was talking about earlier, cards that are unexpected, just to encourage someone, make them feel better. This world could use a little of that right now. And so I really like this set. You've got The Brighter Days Are Coming, which is wonderful. You're always on my mind, so proud of you. Hope today is a good day. And then there's little sentiments that go with it, like hang in there, and you've got this. And there is a die set. So there is a die set. Oh, there's a lot in here. Kristina. So there are dies that cut out these big mamas, like these big words here. But then we have sending hugs, thinking of you, hang in there, and you can count on me. That's good. So let's see. And then, then there's shadows for those. So you can do like shadow it up. So let me show you this close up. It's you can count on me, and see how the words are again connected, so you don't have to deal with a bunch of letters. But if you want individual letters, you can die cut it and then cut them apart. So that's fun. So Mike, are there any, I know there's examples for this because I love this.
What's it called?
Encouraging words.
Yeah.
All right, look at that. Brighter days are coming. Now that, come on, who couldn't use a card that says that right now? And is there another one? And that also uses the simple flowers. Oh, here, look at this. That's the simple flower stencil background with that nice sentiment on it. Is that it? And there, those are the little words. See the "you can count on me"? And then "you've got this." Oh. So that means, see that "you've got that" underneath it? That's a stamp set. That's a stamp greeting. Like this one is "sending hugs." So there's the greeting, sending hugs, and there's actually a die in here for it too. So there are dies to cut out all of this, along with those little sayings and shadows for that. Kristina, yeah, she has a little talent, doesn't she? She's amazing. She's one of those people, she's like my husband, they're good at everything and it's really annoying. Really annoying. Like I want them to be bad at something. Can you scroll it, Mike? All right, so that's Kristina's collection. So you got that in mind. Now let's look at Concord and 9th. Is that a stitching die? No. There were no stitching dies there. All right, now let's look at Concord and 9th. So first up is Sweet Stems. This one caught my eye online because this background die would be great for inlay, and you know I love doing inlay. Then there's these coordinating dies that build a flower and cuts out the "Hey Friend." Okay, so these sentiment strip dies here are perfect to go with these sentiments on the stamp set. So this is Sweet Stems. So the stamp set has "Hey Friend." There's a coordinating die. Then there are the sentiment strip dies that cut these little guys out, so you could do like a saying. Then there's like this little flower detail that you can stamp on the layered flower dies. Very cool. Oh, and of course it lines up with this. So you could do these flowers in here, and they would line up with the flowers on here. And then there's little flowers you could put at the center, that layer. And then there's another little center that you can layer. And leaves that you could tuck behind. Lots of things you could do with this one. Wow. Man, this can be hard, guys. Then, oh shoot, this is going to be killer. Then there is the Sweet Stems layering stencil. So this, it looks like you can use on its own, or let's see, can it go with, let's see, yes, well, wouldn't you have it? It lines up with the die. So there's a lot of different ways. So you could get like a soft look with the stencils, or maybe use like a paste on it. And then there's also the die. It'd be fun to make an impression with the die and then use the stencils on it. Oy vey. But this would also go, oops, really well with Kristina's simple flowers. Oh goodness. Greg and Kristina need to stop because this is a lot. All right. Isn't that cool? Yes, you can emboss with the die. Like it's a dry emboss, like you make an impression with the die. Okay, so that's Sweet Stems. Then we have, oh, I'm always a big fan of these. Concord and 9th and Kristina both do large sentiments really well. So we have a large hello and a large thanks. I really like this thanks because look at how it goes nicely on a card down the center. So you could do, oh, hold on, before we look at this. Can you show Sweet Stems?
Yeah.
Let's look at the examples for the Sweet Stems one. I forgot. Look at that. Is that die cut? So you can put different layers together. You can, oh, it looks like you can also, oh, you can use the stencils and then use the die for that white outline and put on top. That's cool. And there's the sentiments on the sentiment strips. This drink is disgusting. All right, next one. I think there's another one. So there are some more examples there. On the bottom there, it looks like they use the Sweet Stems stencils alone. Then on the right there, that peach one, it looks like they did nectar cardstock, peach cardstock, and then use the dye from white cardstock on top. So a very dainty look, very different look. And then the top left one, it looks like they use them together, the stencils and the dye. And then you can see up on the top right, you can make individual flowers. So this, I think this would go really nice with Kristina's sweet or simple flowers. Oh, there's more. Look at that. So there's all the different kind of looks you can get. And there's that sentiment, hey friend, which is nice. Isn't that cool? All right.
If you want to do a poll, I can try.
Okay, Mike might try to do a poll, but we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait a second. So, okay, so that was sweet stems. So back to hello and thanks. So this thanks you can see will fit nicely on the front of a card like this, but you could also arrange the letters however you want. Same thing with the hello. And then there's the shadow die. So you can see how hello fits across here. This would look cool with like partial die cutting coming off the edge of a card. It also looks nice this way. So Mike, are there any hello and thanks examples? I need fruit salad, huh? Oh, look at that. Look at that. See how the thanks fits nicely on that sweet stems background. All right, what's next? There you go. There's how the hello and the thanks looks. You know what else would be nice with these thanks and hello is to like stencil or stamp something, then cut the letters from it so you have patterned letters. I think that would be cool too. I wouldn't recommend the protein drink I'm drinking. Somebody wants to know what it is because it's terrible. But I will tell you what is good. Is that it for that? Oh, and there's different things that you can do with the thanks and hello there. You can do each letter a different color. That's fun. This is going to be really hard. I don't know how you're going to do a poll with all these things. Okay, next up. You're having a beer? Wow. How would I cut the hello off the top? Maybe I should do that. Maybe. Michelle's having a beer. Goodness. Okay, the protein drink I'm having is Orgain, the chocolate, the plant protein one. The vanilla's better. But I knew I wasn't going to eat, and this will hold me over. Okay, yeah, I know so many options. Okay, this one is clever. Very different. You've got the Kitchen Classics, and this kind of reminds me, like, is it the Pyrex that's so popular that people collect? So there are these all these different bowl and lid dies, and then little floral patterns that you can cut. Like this could be a strip that you put around your bowl, and then you can also stamp on the edge of your bowl. Then there's no one stacks up to you, so you can do a stack of little bowls. I can hardly contain my excitement. That's good. So this gives me, is it Pyrex? Yes, Pyrex. A lot of those are collectibles now. Yeah, the Fairlife protein drink is much better. I don't have any of them. They're expensive. This one I buy like in a big thing. All right, so this is the Kitchen Classics. Mike, can you show the kitchen ones? And there's lots of fun patterns on here that could be used on a card without the bowls. All right, so there you can see how you can decorate the bowls to have like a Pyrex look, Corningware look, Corelle dishes. And that says no one stacks up to you, which I think is so cute. And what else is there? Okay, look at that bottom one on the bottom right. I love that. I can hardly contain my excitement. And then there's a congrats sentiment you could put on the inside. So look at all the different little bowls. And those little details you could use on other things too. You know, like you could do a heart and then put these patterns on it. You could just do a border with these patterns. They're stamps and dies. Oh, hold on. And then in the die set, there's also a nice, oh, these two are fun. I missed these. Hold on. There's a hello, a script hello. Where's the other one? Oh, and look at this nice little scallop. It's like a thin, it's like, it'll cut a thin scallop, not a scallop border. It's like a thin die cut. Eeks. That would be good for a bridal shower. That is cute. All right, so that is Kitchen Classics. Next is grocery greetings, another fun one. Now this one, this is one of those where I needed to have the examples to show you, but let me show you what's in it first. So this creates a grocery bag, and or you could make it with like a woven texture, make it look like a woven bag. But in it is, you can make your own little bottle of wine. There's even a label. You can put cheese with it. You can put some flowers coming out of it. You can put a bow on it. There's a wine glass. There's flowers here. There's a heart. There's some jars, olives. I think that's olives. There's more bows. There's a few bows. Oh, these bows would be good on other things too. See these bows here? Those would be good separate. And then of course the wine bottle would be fun separate, or champagne, whatever you want to make it, but there's a wine glass. And then you have the sentiment. So you can stamp, this looks like a grocery bag. You could stamp that on the side. Oh, you could use it for a baby bib. That's true. I didn't even think about that. Feel better soon. I really like these flowers here. So these flowers have the little circles too for the centers. All right, Mike, show us some pictures because I think you got to see this in action. Look at that. That's so fun. So you got the cheese, you got the wine bottle, you got the wine glasses, and then the flowers. And you can see the little bow on there. All right, is there another one? There's got to be more. Look at that. So look at all the different Come on, you guys. Look at the tulip. Oh, I thought they were olives. They're tulips. Oh, that bottom one. Can you zoom?
Yeah.
No, okay. So see that bottom one? It says feel better soon. It's a can of soup with it. So like you get that. Isn't that fun? So, and then a tea. Oh, and then it's a tea, a little container of tea. Okay, I'm getting it. Is there another one or no?
Yeah.
I like the one on the top center though also, that's just full of flowers. But here, come back to this picture. So in here, those dies that I wasn't sure of, one of them makes a box of tea, and then there's the word tea. And there's the word soup, because it makes a can of soup. And then there's wine that you can do for the wine bottle. Yeah, I know. Hey, don't blame me. I didn't design any of it. It's their fault. Okay, this one I've seen people already mention. This is Along the Path. It's another one that you're going to have to see the pictures of, but let me show you what there is first. First, there are these sentiments that say, I hope your journey together is full of joy. Thanks for always being by my side. I'm proud of how far you've come. That's awesome. Congrats. Love ya. And some little doodads. Then there is an embossing folder that does simple little rocks and grass. So you can add texture to this. No, Dana, we will not have peach wine. Okay, so here's the story, because a lot of people have asked why people in my comments talk about peach wine. I went with some of the crafters who are in the comments here to the Brutus Monroe event, and we got a bottle of peach wine one night, and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever had in my life. I think it might have expired 10 years before, and it was you couldn't imagine how bad it was. So anyways, we always talk about peach wine. 0 stars. So here we have legs. So you put at the top a person. So you could have a guy or a girl. There's a few different options. You could have a skirt, pants. There's different shoes, everything from sneakers to boots to socks to high heels. Then there's flowers that you can put around. Then there is a doggy and a leash. So you could be walking the dog. Then, I saw this one online. This is a graduation cap. So the person could be holding a graduation cap. They could be holding flowers. So let's see. So they'd be walking on this path. You can cut a path. So can you show us the path cards? Because this one you got to see. I don't know. I don't know if wine can expire, but this was like a weird thing. It was disgusting. It was wrong. Dog, yeah, maybe it was dog. There you go. See? Can you see it now? So the sentiments are designed to go on the path, and you can have like a sidewalk with flowers around it, and there you've got a couple walking a little doggy. Oh, that's sweet. Isn't that sweet? Okay, and then there are some other options. Oh, my eyes aren't good enough for this. Hold on, let me put my glasses on. So you can see the different people options on the bottom left. And there's little bouquets. Oh, there's a wedding one on the bottom right. I hope your journey together is full of joy. Oh, that's sweet. So different things that you can add to this. And then if you have other flowers or animals, you could add to that. I think that's one that you could kind of mix up. Oh, Mike.
I didn't mean to do that.
I have to get really close to the screen to be able to see it. Isn't that fun? Very different. Okay, so that is along the path. Oh my goodness. This is killing me. Gloria's keeps changing her mind. But remember, there was also Kristina's, but I could also do a combo. I could do a combo. This, where's the cat? I can assure you that there are cats in the Concord and 9th line somewhere, because there was a cat in a set. It was like the shelf set, and there was no dog, and I whined. So now there's a dog. So both exist, both exist. This desk here, this is the Glassboard Studio. It's a glass magnetic work surface, and I love it. It holds up well. You can use magnets on it, and it holds very well. There's a discount code in the description below. Okay, also I think this is this release. It's an embossing folder that just has a really cool texture to it. I think that's this release. Is it?
What's it called?
I don't know. Maybe it's not. All right, then let's go to this one. This is from last release, but I wanted to use it possibly, so I thought I would just mention it here. Okay, so this is Love. What's this one called, Mike? It's in the Love. I added it to the description. Love Letters Bundle. So you can get them separately. But what I thought was catching about this is you can make a nice frame. There's faux stitching on there that you can put right on the front of a card. And then there is the love letters and the shadow. And the cool thing about this is they also came out with enamel dots that fit into these little holes. So it matches up. So you could do inlay, or you could do these that have some texture and shine to them. Oh, Joan. Okay, so that was an accident. That embossing folder is not for sale. All right, so there you go. That is the love letters from the last release. I just thought I'd throw it in here because I've been wanting to use it. All of this is Concord and 9th and Kristina Werner, and they're sold on the Concord and 9th website, which is, this is all linked in the YouTube description below. So I'm not sure how to figure out what I'm using. Okay, thank you, Betsy. I messed up. They all came together. So I'm not sure how to do a poll. Why don't you throw out in the comments something that caught your eye? And if we see a lot of the same ones, we'll put that into a poll. We're going to try. I have no idea. You bought the largest magnetic glass mat and don't regret spending that much money. You love it. Good. Yeah, it's great. The glass mat is pricey. It is pricey, but it holds up really well, and the magnet behind it is really strong. But I get it's pricey. If you want one without the magnet, that's very reasonable. The Tim Holtz one is great. Okay, so I see stuff for sweet stems and grocery bag. So those might have to be in the poll. The at. What's that? The at. And also the simple flowers. Oh my goodness, this is going to be hard. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. What about, I'm seeing a lot of sweet stems and simple flowers. What if I try to do something with those two?
Should I do a poll, or
This could be really bad.
you just want to do this?
Winging this is hard. Yeah, some of the sentiments I can maybe add on later, like maybe use this. But I think I'm going to go, a lot of people are saying simple flowers and sweet stems. Maybe I'll try to do something with those two, and then if I'm not dead by that point, I could do grocery bag. The thing with the grocery bag is a lot of it is just assembly. You've got all the dies, right? You just have to assemble. And with a set like that, what I would recommend doing is going to the Concord on 9th website and look at the examples they have and follow along on the different ways it could be combined. Although I think it would be really fun if the grocery bag, you could pull something out of it. Dang it, I wish I had more time in my life. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna go with sweet stems and simple flowers. I might end up doing 2 at once if I can't figure out how to combine it. Yeah, see, you guys, don't blame me for wanting to buy any of this. I didn't design it. I didn't design any of it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start with these 2. I think it's fun to use both too. How about that? Oh good, Robin, you're in the Pink Fresh event next weekend. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Let's do, how about we first start with stenciling from both. This could go so wrong. I might need to go get a glass of wine, although I don't have any, so that makes it hard. That makes it a little hard. Did Kristina leave? Is she out here already? Or is somebody saying hi to her? Okay. I don't blame it. She's got a life. I don't. Okay, so let me think about this. Now I got to pick colors. Ay, vey. This can be tough. Hang on. I'm going to do something that I do often when I get started. I will go to the website and see their examples, because sometimes, like if I just grab the products, I miss something that it can do. Okay, hi Kristina. Sorry, you can go, Kristina. I will, sometimes I'll miss something that is the set's able to do until I see those examples. Could you use the Concord on 9th hand with the grocery bag? I'm guessing you could. I'm thinking you could. I have to try to find that to check it out if the size works. Wine delivers, total wine delivers. Oh, that's good to know. So I pulled up the website because sometimes that will help me to see their examples and see if there's like an idea I missed from it, like a way it can be used, but also sometimes the color palettes in their examples can help me get started, because I don't want to spend a lot of time being caught up in the color examples. So I think I'm going to look on their site and kind of use that as inspiration. So let's start with stenciling the sweet stems from Concord and 9th, and then I'll do the simple flowers, and then we'll figure out what to do with them. Shirley, I have no interest in designing my own line. I do want to have like a Share Handmade Kindness stamp set, which will be happening later this spring, but it's no big deal, and it's not like my own line, or I don't have the talent. And thankfully I have a lot of friends who have talent, and I love sharing their stuff. It makes me so happy to use like Kristina's stuff and Concord and 9th stuff, because I love those people. So you bought all of it. Hey, if you can do it, you know, this industry is hurting right now. So if you are able to buy it all, good for you. If you can't, watch and look for inspiration and just keep on making cards. All right, so this is sweet stems. There is the layering stencil first. What color flowers should I do? What color flowers? Give me a vote. Yeah, Kristina is, as she's watching, she is working on the class kit for our next OCC class. Yay, the Pink Fresh events are great. That's next weekend. It is fun. Holly, that's my favorite thing to do. I think if I came out with my own line, I would feel some pressure. Also, I don't have the ideas. Miriam, it's hurting for many reasons. The dye manufacturer in the US closed, and there are no more dye manufacturers in the US. Tariffs are scary, and the economy is rough. So people, it's hard. And I feel like the stamp companies have to work harder for the same amount of success, I guess. But it doesn't, I don't say that to make you guys feel bad. I say that because I personally like to know that, because I want to try to encourage them the best I can. So I'm sharing that for people who want to encourage by maybe sending a nice email to Kristina and say, thank you for inspiring me. Okay, I see peach and I see teal. How about peach and teal? I see that a few times. I see nectar. I'm with nectar too. Nectar's a peach. Okay, so let's do, how about we do a background of aqua sky and do nectar and grapefruit flowers. Let's try that. Let's first start with the background. So there are little stencil markers on this. You know what? I'm going to start on a bigger piece. And that way I can just trim it down to whatever I want afterwards. Maybe, maybe not. See, this is where you're going to catch me thinking. And Mike left, and so I can't see the comments. Mike's trying to fix my phone through all this.
I think we're going to have to
Okay.
here after dinner.
Okay. Is it stuck?
That's stuff.
Okay. Let's see here. I think I'll do aqua sky for background. Can you scroll it? I'm going to use one piece here. I don't know what I'm doing. There is no discount code today. This is just playing around, and they have a new release, but I know they do have free shipping at a certain amount, so we're just playing. Yeah. Okay. All right. A few small businesses have closed. Did Mike leave to get me wine? No, because I can't run this on my own, so.
And Lila's done with her homework.
Lila's done with her homework. Nice. Okay, I'm going to use Concord and 9th inks. Aqua Sky is my favorite color. As with every live, you will see that it needs ranking, I'm sure.
And I'm enjoying some Bruce Monroe candy.
Oh, yeah. Brutus Monroe, if you go to his website, at the top there's a button that says Scoozies. And we placed an order for a lot of his candy. It's really good.
Fortunately, I'm diabetic.
How do you store embossing folders and stencils? Well, it depends. If it's an individual embossing folder, I will, you know what, I'm doing this. I'm going to clean the feet of my inkstand because it's sliding. If it's sliding, that means you need to clean it. What was the question? I just said it and I forget. What was it? Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there was only one dye manufacturer in the US. Oh, how do I store my embossing folders? I used to keep all my embossing folders together and have them divided by theme. Then I switched it to have them divided by company. Oh, see, now it's sticking. Isn't that handy? I used a little bit of rubbing alcohol to clean the feet of my inkstand, and now look at it stays. So I used to keep my embossing folders all together with dividers by theme. Then I switched it to by company because that's for work. That's what makes sense to me. But then I'm switching, and this is what I'm going to spend a lot of March focusing on. I'm switching so that all my companies, like all my Concord and 9th is together, and in that the embossing folders from Concord and 9th are together. The stencils are together. So I'm changing that up. Oh, did some people go to the Hero Arts sale yesterday? I heard they had a lot of my favorite color cardstock, which you can't buy anymore, I don't think, the lapis blue. Yeah, hey, use what you've got and share it. That helps companies too. Like if you have some Concord and 9th from a long time ago and you use it and share it, that still helps Concord and 9th, right? So you don't have to use only new to help the companies. Tag them, inspire them, you know, tell them you're inspired, that they've inspired you, and that's wonderful too. These are my the magic brushes. I call these magic brushes. These are the 1-inch blending brushes from Pink Fresh. Can you add that to the list, please? And they're just great for backgrounds, and you can do soft. The thing I really like about these is you can take a dark ink and easily put a soft blend of it, whereas with other brushes that's kind of hard to do. So what I'm doing here is just, I did Aqua Sky, and now I'm just kind of putting a little bit of Tide Pool here and there, just for, I don't know, so it's not like this perfect smooth background. I don't know, I thought that'd be fun. Oh, you got to meet Aaron? Oh, good. He's a good man. So there's the background.
Fortunately, those blending brushes are sold out of sand and paint.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. These blending brushes, I did a live when they came back in stock, and I think she gave me a discount code, and they sold out in like 2 days because they're just so good. So she's got more coming in. Aren't they great? Aren't they great? Man, this shirt is short. I don't like that. Okay. Layer number 2. Does the stems. The nice thing about this stencil set, and a lot of, I just put my hand in ink, a lot of Kristina's stencil sets, is if you ink all of the stencils, the entire cardstock is covered. So the stencils are designed so that you're inking the background also. These, the Kristina ones that I'm going to use later, this month is different, but in the past she had a lot of those. Oh, you know what I should be using? Also with this, we're going to have to use some metallic ink. Okay, I missed a question, I think.
I answered one.
Oh, you answered.
Store coordinating stuff.
Okay.
And,
I'm thinking, I had mentioned this in previous live. I'm thinking about March being an organization month. I need to really reorganize my craft room. As you know, if you've been around in the industry, the types of products have changed. It used to be there were stamps and dies, and there were stencils and embossing folders. Now there's these collections, so I'm having to redo all of my organization, and I'm having a hard time getting it done. I started reorganizing my cardstock, ran out of time. Then I started and I faded. Then I started doing inks, and I faded on that. I need to finish all the things. Hi, Joe. So I really need to do that. And I am having a hard time getting into it. I'm reorganizing how I'm doing my gems. I'm reorganizing my foil. There's just a lot. So I'm thinking March, I'm going to focus on reorganizing, and my videos will show the reorganizing I'm doing. So instead of, I mean, I'll probably still do some cards here or there, but I won't focus as much on the cards. It would be more the organizing. By the way, this is, this mat that I'm working on is the new grip mat from Gina K, and it's brilliant. This one side that I have facing up is smooth, and it's a grip mat, because remember, a lot of the grip mats that people use are made from stamp material. So this is actually just a giant stamp, and I'm using the grip mat facing up. So that's the smooth side is facing up, and it's holding my cardstock and stencil in place. Because the stencil is only a little bigger than the cardstock, I also have my magnets here just to be safe. But the other side of this is is actually 2 background stamps. So I can flip it over and actually stamp with the other side, and it has these 2 patterns. So it's like a 2-in-1 deal, which I think is good. I need darker. I want darker. I'm going to go to parsley. Yeah, I think because so many people have asked about various organization things, some of it is the same. Some of it has changed, and some of it I would recommend to you different than I would do here. Like what I do behind here, I don't think I would recommend for everybody, because this is ridiculous. But my old system I would recommend, and I could show both. Does that make sense? And I used to do a lot of organization videos, and I haven't done many lately. And the nice thing, man, this needs ranking. The nice thing about what I try to do with my organization videos, well, some of it's the same. Like how I store my stamps is like it was 7 years ago when I did a video, 10 years ago. Okay, so I wanted a little bit of darkness on here. So I'm coming in, so I did parsley, well, I did sprout, and that was too light for what I wanted. So here I'm coming in with, I did parsley, and now I'm doing clover. Clover is a much darker color, but I'm kind of putting it on light. I don't want this to be super bold. I don't know where I'm going with it. There we go. Okay, so as I go, I'm gonna tell you some things that you could do. Yeah, Dion, you're right. A lot of my setup, when I was just crafting for fun, I never would have done. I had these shelves made. I wouldn't recommend that to you. That's what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't recommend this to anybody. There are more affordable options that I would recommend, and I would be sure to share that too. I have my ink storage systems built into a pullout because I needed to maximize my space in my office, but I have recommendations that are more affordable. Does that make sense? So I could share those things. All right, now let me just say here, man, that sticks well now, Bran. Nice. Okay, so what I could do here is I've stenciled that and I have these white flowers. What I could do is use these dies here and pop little flower centers on all of these. So the flowers would kind of be popped up. Okay, that's one thing. Oh, I have an idea. So that's something I could do, or I could keep going on with the stenciling, but I do have an idea. I need to hire Lila to clean I know. I'm wondering, this is where everything could go south. Why did the U.S. dye manufacturer close? I don't know, but I saw in one of my old lives, somebody said it's because of competition from overseas. That's not the case. They had more work than they could keep up with, so that wasn't it. There's no I think companies close for various reasons. I mean, I don't know, but it wasn't that. I know that because a lot of people wanted to get dyes made there, but the wait was so long. Yeah, what Betsy says, you want to see my setup for organization, but not at a custom price point. Exactly. So I wouldn't just show you what I have. I would show you different things that I think would work for different people. If that makes sense? Okay, so I am going to, this could go so south, but we're going to try it. Ugh. Mike. We're going to try something. Oh dear. I got to find it though. Hang on. This is where Jennifer messes up. Okay, here we go. Simple dots from Kristina Werner. I want my background to have some dots. Let's see if I can do this. Now, I have to tell you, so I'm putting on here the stencil that blocks off everything but the background, which I did blue ink over before. But now I'm thinking I want to stamp some dots on it. But keep in mind, when you stamp over stencil, it doesn't totally fill in the open area because of that lip on the edge of the stencil. So I might have to stamp this once and then shift it to get more dots. I have no idea if this will work. This is something that I would spend hours doing. Greg is here. Greg, you're here just in time for me to mess up. This is something I would spend hours overthinking off screen and edit out of my video. Okay, so I have the sweet stems from Concord and 9th. I have the simple dots from Kristina. I have the stencil down that only has the background showing. And we're gonna try this. This could go so bad. Hold on, my head's gonna get in the way. Let me put some magnets down. I'm on a grip mat, but I'm also putting a stamp against a stencil. There's just a lot going on here. This could be so bad. Okay, so I'm gonna take the simple dots. Sorry, head's gonna get in the way. I'm just gonna put it down. I don't care if it's straight. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. Hi, Greg. Everybody say hi to Greg. Greg owns Concord and 9th. Okay, it wants to stick. I gotta put it back down. It's all good. We're all good still. The good news is if I mess up, we haven't gotten far. All right. I'm glad you're here too. And if this is your first live with me, they aren't normally like this. Normally I put a lot of overthinking into it ahead of time so that I can maximize what you learn, and I usually do like 3 or 4 cards. That won't happen today. I'm experimenting. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Tide Pool. I have no idea how this is gonna go. But remember, I'm not gonna get a ton of dots in the background because the stencil openings are small This would work really well over the other one, which maybe I'll try that too. The stencil openings are small, and also when you stamp over a stencil, there's that lip, so you're not going to get right up to the edge. Where's my, oh, here it is. I use my clean Hero Art scrubber as my way of smoothing and pressing down. Okay, I've got some. Let's see here. I'm going to move this magnet. There's some in there, not many. Let's do some more. All right. Greg, questions for Greg. Yeah, ask him. Hit him up. He's here. I don't know how long he'll be able to stay. He has a plethora of children in his house, so he probably can't stay long. Oh, Sherry, I mess up a lot, but I also tried to not waste your time with that. Okay, we got some dots, but I'm going to do more. So just hang on, because this isn't going to be enough dots for me. I'm going to step it up in a second. Okay, so there we have some dots in the background. Can you see the some dots in the background? Now, this is going to look so freaking cute, Kayla. I don't know about that. We're going to see. Now I have two options. I can either shift this or shift my stamp. I'm going to try shifting my stamp. This is just a dry cloth. I might have to press it with my fingers. Yeah, maybe, but I'm also lazy. Yeah, you need a MISTI, Jennifer. That is the one tool that you got to have. So what I'm doing is I'm offsetting this. So I'll have twice the amount of dots. So basically, let me show you. Maybe I can do it with this. See how I'm going to kind of off. So see, you have single layer dots, and then I'm going to line it up so like there's more dots. I can't do it without cutting this. But there'll be dots in between the dots. And this is one of my favorite things. If you were in the Scrapbook and Cards Today event yesterday, I talked about one of the best things you can do with your geometric stencils is to rotate or flip them or offset them. You can do that with your geometric stamps like this one. So here we have offset the same stamp so that we get more dots in the background. See how I have more dots? Yeah. Oh, are Tommy and Nora here too? Hi, Tommy and Nora. The cutest twins in the whole wide world. That's Greg's twins. Yeah, the stamp wheel is great too. Both of them are great. All right, hold on. I'm not getting much up here, but that's okay. There will be sentiments on here, and this is, why am I not getting much up there? Am I not inking up the right place? There, that's good enough. So we got dots in the background, and I could spend more time getting the right, but yeah. Oh, look at that. It adds some interest to the background. Hang on. Look at that. Now, because there weren't big openings, they are here. Oh, Tommy and Nora here. Tell them I said hi. Because there aren't big openings, there's not a ton of dots. But when I use Kristina's flowers like this, you'll be able to get a lot of dots showing up. But that's fun. Just add some interest, right? Did someone buy The Last Die Company? No. Not that I know of, but honestly, I don't know a lot. All I know here, listen, making dyes is a nasty process. I think it uses acid. So we're not talking like this is something that anybody really wants to jump in and start doing. All right, I'm cleaning before I make a mess. So this is just rubbing alcohol in a spray bottle. I only use it to clean my stencils and sometimes my desk. I never use it on stamps. I watched a reel some crafter shared saying she used recommendation for getting stick back to stamps is to use rubbing alcohol, and don't do that. Don't do that. It won't damage your stamps in the short term, but it will eventually. Hi, Dana. Is Jessie here? Hi, Jessie. This is really boring, and I'm not wearing my vest, but I am drinking a really nasty protein drink. Okay, so now flowers. Oh, I need this again. Yeah, so if you, Greg, if at the beginning I showed all of your products and all of Kristina's products, and I asked people to take a vote on what I should use, and we kind of came down to the sweet stems and simple flowers. So I'm making something super cute here. All right, and I didn't prepare, which you know. Greg knows me well. He knows that when Jennifer is not prepared, things go bad. All right. What is the black cloth I use to clean my stencil? These are the black microfiber cloths from Simon Says Stamp. They're nice because the size is smaller than most, but usually, let me see. Usually in my videos, I like to use these because they don't snag on things. This is just like, I think it's a baby washcloth. Super soft. It holds up. It gets inky. I throw them in the wash. Okay. Welcome. I'm glad you're, hi from Ireland. I'm going to be in Ireland. That sounds like fun. I could have done polka dot flowers.
Somebody from Pakistan.
Pakistan, welcome. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. Isn't that exciting? I'm going to do some nectar flowers. What should the other one be? Maybe, you know, I'm going to do some nectar and some, I think I'll do, what about watermelon? Nah, I'll do grape. Sorbet. I'll do sorbet. The baby washcloth, no, it doesn't use residue. If some of you out there, I know you've bought these before. Let me know what you think. Do you like these? Because I've mentioned them before. Okay, this is Nectar, which is the color you never knew you needed until you had it, and then you don't know how you lived without it. It's a super light peach that is just beautiful. It's almost like a, it's like almost like a neutral. My brush isn't exactly clean. This is something well, no, I'll just do this. Never mind. Good enough. All right. So I'm going to rotate this just because I can put this over here. Okay. This can be super light. Don't worry about your ink getting on your clothes when you wash the clothes. No, I throw these in my laundry and I haven't had any problems. I mean, they're not like super inky, you know, it's not like I'm picking up super wet ink, you know, so I just throw them in with my laundry. But if you wanted to, you could get a pack of them and then once they're all dirty, throw just those in together. But I put them in with my clothes. But I'm not super fancy. I don't know. So there's Nectar, which is really pretty, but let's put a little bit of sorbet in here there. No residue, don't snag on stencils. Somebody said. Somebody says, yeah. Flour sacks are good. I think that's what they're called. Really, old t-shirts, you could use those. You don't need to buy anything fancy. Right, now this is sorbet. But I don't want it to be super sorbet. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, Greg, I think, and Greg and Kristina are here. You can complain to them about wanting a lot of it because it's not my fault. They designed it. I'm just cheerleading. Isn't that a pretty color? So this is Nectar and Sorbet. The nice thing about Nectar also is it kind of goes with Sorbet, but it can also go with like honeysuckle. Since you drug your feet on lives, even though Mike told you to do it, and look at you now, are there any craft suggestions that he has that I haven't done yet? Mike, are there?
Oof, no idea.
I don't think so. I think
Not very crafty.
we also, the other thing that we dragged our feet on for a very long time is for many years he wanted to work with me and I wanted him to work with me, but he was an engineer and we were really worried about insurance and different things and just the risk of it. But we jumped and it's been great. We have fun. And now we have more work than either of us can do. All right, I just need to turn this. So there we have so far. Yeah, any kind of t-shirt rags, old t-shirt, cut it up. That'd be great too. Now this one, wait, hold on. I need to make sure I lined everything up before I do this. Doo-be-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yep, okay. So there are little tick marks on here to line it up. And at the center here, I think I'll go heavy on the sorbet. But The original. Oh, Kristina's bundle. Hey, Greg or Kristina, can you check on the price of Kristina's bundle? Somebody was saying the bundle price is wonky. You might want to check that out. Okay, so I'm going to do sorbet at the center of my nectar flowers. And then I want something darker at the center of my sorbet flowers. So we're going to reach our friend over on the other side. We're going to come in with, we're going to come in with dark carnation from Gina. Mike, what kind of engineer were you, people are asking?
Software programmer.
Programmer. He was electrical engineer, and then he's smarter than me. Everybody.
Yeah, on the price, the Kristina price, it looks like it's backwards. It has 145 crossed out, and it's 155. So
Can you?
Like it's backwards.
Can you text Greg?
Yeah.
Thank you. He is was a software engineer. I was a mechanical engineer. Ken was a chemical engineer. My dad was a mechanical engineer. My grandpa was a mechanical engineer. My father-in-law was a chemical engineer. We're nerds. And Colin is studying to be mechanical like me. But I couldn't do it now to save my life. Okay, look how sweet that is. I just love that. Now, you know what I could have done at the center of the sorbet flowers is done white ink. That would have been fun too. Now, with the die set, you could do this little, you know what would be pretty also? That's okay. Greg, you have children. You have a life. I get it. Greg, there was a question. Mike's texting you. There's a question about some pricing thing. Now, oh, and by the way, my mom was pretty much the only one who wasn't an engineer, and she was a teacher in a developmentally handicapped class, and she had the real job, the hard job, the important job. She was good at it too. Okay, so, and my mother-in-law was a teacher. So we have this little guy. What would be fun is to cut this die from vellum and put vellum centers, and then do gold for that on top of it. So that's one thing we could do. I still haven't incorporated simple flowers yet. Well, crud. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But first I want to cut this and see what happens. Welcome if you're just joining. All we're doing here is I'm doing my first live where I had no plan. I need a nuclear engineer. There we go. We'll have to leave that up to Lila. I was a mechanical engineer for a very short time, 5 years. And I would say it was not right for me. But I will say it was also a time when it's over 20 years ago when women in an all-male workplace was a little different than now. A little different, which had something to do with why I didn't stick around. Okay, there we go. This is cool. Let's see. Ooh. See, my heart loves this because you could cut these from different colors of cardstock and do inlay. In fact, if Bran is still here, if you could link to one of my inlay videos, I think I did an inlay video with Concord in 9th. If I didn't do it, I had plans. I never did it because there are so many things you can do with inlay. So this cuts little flowers and flower centers too that you could use individually. What type of vellum do you recommend? My favorite vellum is Simon Says Stamp vellum because it's a heavyweight vellum. You can even use it like for card bases. I did a live, I think it was my last live. The one previous to this, I don't remember what day that was. It was the waffle flower live. I show different ways to use vellum, like how to color it and so on. Janet, I am going to Norway at the beginning of May with my son and my mom.
So Greg got back to me and he said the price that's listed is correct. The crossed out price, which is lower, was just a bug. It's just
okay. So if you were interested in Kristina's the bundle of Kristina's stuff, the price marked is correct. the price that's crossed out was a bug. It's not correct. But it is actually marked down from what it's supposed to be. Yeah, Laura, that was the only advantage. All right, I did throw all those flowers. I did, Lan, I'm sorry. I'm live, I can't. Okay, so now, look at that. You can just put that on top. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Look at that. Can we just talk about this? And let's talk about some things that you could do here. You could make this a shaker. What I would do if I wanted to make this a shaker is, you know, how I've done videos where you make a full front card shaker. So you could put a full front card shaker on around this, and then put little doodads in there, little flat sequins, and then glue this on top of that full front shaker. Wouldn't that be cool? Isn't that fun? Another thing you could do is, if this you did really bright, you could put vellum behind this. And this would like soften it. That would be kind of pretty. Oh, look at that. You know what would be really cool is if you have it like this. Let me put a magnet on this so it stays put. Doobie-doo. So if you had it like this, then like die cut a circle of vellum, maybe with a white frame, right in the center, so it makes it softer there, and then put the sentiment at the center of that. Isn't it gorgeous with the white on top? But I want to do something else. All right, I gotta think. But see, are you seeing all the ideas here? So also Kristina's. Now I could use the dots from Kristina's at the center of these flowers. That would be fun. I could also add in some more leaves if I wanted to. She also has these. Oh. This is her simple flowers. These would be fun. I'm all thumbs with everyone watching. Yeah, I went to church early this morning so that I could be here. We had a Super Bowl of preaching. It was fun. Really fun. Okay, wouldn't these be fun at the center of these flowers? Wouldn't those be neat? See, I love that you can use these together. That would be pretty. Or I can use the centers that it comes with. Or maybe a combo. I don't know. Or maybe I do something with this separately. I think I might do that. I think I might use this separately. But you could use it together. You could use these. I'm making a mess here. You could use these dies with this. So a lot of different things you could do. The magic inks would be pretty. Okay, I feel ya. I could do that. Okay, so I'm going to come back to this because I do want to use this. But so far we've used Concord Night Sweet Stems and Kristina's dots. Okay. We want some shimmer. I have two options. I could do both. Let's do both. Okay, magic inks first. Let me see. Magic inks. Do we want the metallic magic inks or the interference? I think I'm going to do the metallic. This color might be fun at the center. So this is Lisa Horton. I've used these. Mike, can you add these to the supply list? These are metallic inks from Lisa Horton. Now, if you've watched my lives and videos several times, I've used her interference inks. Those are different. Interference inks are a specialty type of ink where they show up a different shiny color, like a metallic-y color, if you did it on white cardstock or if you used it on dark cardstock. So it's almost like two colors in one. So that's what I refer to as magic inks. They're called interference inks. They're from Lisa Horton. I've done many videos on them. If you go to my blog and search on interference inks, so many videos will pop up, okay? But she also came out with recently metallic inks. These don't have the interference, but they're super shiny. So these work nice on light or dark. So like this is the Fool's Gold, which is kind of like a brownish gold. I do think the one hard thing about this is I feel like the color of the lid doesn't really go with it. But so what I'm going to do is make a swatch of it and stick it on top. But again, that's going to be in March. Let me also see, let me look at some other colors here. This is Bronze, which is like a dark charcoal color. Then here we have Sunshine. Woo, look at that. Oh, that's a great yellow. That could work, but so Pigment inks, when you put, we found our winner. So Pigment inks, when you put them on a darker color cardstock, like this one, you still can see them a bit because Pigment ink sits more on top of the cardstock instead of absorbing in like a dye ink. So this is the Fool's Gold, and I'll put it on the black, and you can see how the color is similar on the white and the black with lots of shine. If I use the interference, the color would be a little different. And I'll do a video sometime where I compare the metallic to the interference, but it's a lot, and I don't think I can do it right now. I might lose my mind. So I think I'm going to use, what was it, the pumpkin. Oh, and then there's the traditional gold, which is just my favorite gold metallic ink pad. It is so intense. And this shine on the dark intensifies as it dries. But look at, see, this has dried, and look at that shine. So let's use this. But first, some people had asked, I'm going to use the pumpkin. But first, some people asked what this would look like with black. So I'm going to cut it from black. Isn't that pumpkin pretty? What is my favorite flower or butterflies? Like product or in general? Or like in the real world? Can you scroll it? Yeah, the Lisa Horton inks are great. I recommend the re-inkers too. The traditional gold one that I showed you, it actually is the only one that comes in a set. It comes in a set with the gold, silver, and I think it's copper. That came out before Christmas, and she recently came out with the colored ones. They are very tempting. I love butterflies. Waffle Flower just came out with a bunch of great butterfly stuff. So did Altenew, and I've used both recently because I'm a fan of butterflies. I think there's something endearing about them, something magical about them. Okay, so I'm going to see what the black looks like, because this could be very striking. And you guys can tell me what you like. Now, normally I would keep these little pieces, but I'm live, so I don't have the energy. So these little pieces are going on the floor. All right, so there, oh, look at that. Look at that. That's cool too. Bye, Greg. Thanks for stopping by. I'll bug you later. This black, favorite black cardstock is, so let me know what you like. The white, I'm gonna add metallic to the centers, and then I'll probably put some shimmer on this. So either white or black. Maybe we'll add a butterfly to this later, I don't know. What did somebody ask? Oh, black cardstock. The black that I'm using is the Tim Holtz Black Distress. I wish you could feel it in real life. Anybody who has this will vouch for me that this is super smooth. It almost has like a velvety feel to it. So smooth, super dark black, and that's what I use the most. It's the Tim Holtz Black Distress. And when Mike comes back, I will ask him to add it to the list. You want black? Okay, we're doing black. But first, I have to overthink. So let's go back to my grip mat. Oh, we got a white. It does look like stained glass. You know, stained glass would be really cool for this, a stained glass technique. But I'm gonna go with black because that's what I see most people saying. I'm gonna go back to this stencil. Man, it's an hour and a half and I've got nothing to show for it. This is why I usually prep. Yeah, the white gives a softer look, but the black will pop. I don't know, we'll see. Let's do this. I'm gonna go back to that last stencil that does the centers, and I'm gonna put some shine on it with my Lisa Horton pumpkin. So this is metallic, not interference. It's one of the new metallic colors. Mike added it to the supply list. If you want to see these things that he adds, you want to go over to click the link in my YouTube description that says live. It's a link that has the word live in it. If you click that, it'll open up to a new page and you can see thumbnail pictures of everything I'm using, which makes it so much easier to find what you want to find. And he added that. Some supplies will be in the description below, but the new things that I add won't be there. Oh, the Tim Holtz black cardstock. Oh, it is so smooth. Did anybody agree with me? I want to know if anybody agreed with me on it. It's just amazing. I have my inkstand. Inkstand's now available in this size for these square ink pads. They're a little bit bigger than Distress inks. So what I think I'll do, oh yeah. So I have a tiny ink blending tool from Tim Holtz. That's what I happen to like to use with pigment inks because they're a thicker ink. So I feel like the foam works better with it than the brushes. Yeah, see, it's like velvet. 100% agree. It's amazing. Yeah, it is great. Good, good. I'm glad you all agree. It's a great black cardstock. Get a pack of it, try it. I think you'll love it. Let me just show you, like I have a scrap. Let me grab like a scrap of regular black cardstock. I don't know what company this is because it's in my scraps, but I'll just grab the first scrap I can find. So here's some black cardstock. Here's Tim's. There's most cardstocks have a texture, but Tim's is super smooth and it's a lot darker. Can you add, did you add Tim Holtz black heavy stock?
No.
Can you add that? Or distress paper. And then Tim tiny inking tools. So I like this tiny size. He has the mini size too, which is actually bigger, but I like the tiny because you can do selective inking. Hi, I'm glad you're here. If you are here, I'm warning you, I'm winging it today. You all are helping me decide what I'm making, and it could be a hot mess because I can't do this when people are watching. So this is a trial. I don't even think I lined the stencil up well that time. Okay. Oh. Now this is something I wish you could see in real life. I think I let that shift, but that's okay. Live and learn. This is my practice pancake. So watch. Can you see the shine? I don't know if you can, if it picks up. Can you see the shine at the center? Beautiful, beautiful. Welcome everyone. If you're new, if you're just getting here, I'm using new stuff from Kristina Werner in Concord and 9th. The reason I chose to use all new stuff today is because I didn't want to do any planning. So I wanted something I hadn't thought much about. And then you all are helping me hopefully come up with something. And that, okay, good, you can see it. Good, good. All right, so there we have that. Now, I think we're doing that black. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. Isn't that cool? But here's the thing. I like how bold this is, but I don't want to lose my sentiment to the black boldness. So I'm not going to glue it down yet. So I'm going to come up with my sentiment and then decide. All right. So there's the Hey Friend that would go nicely on there, and it coordinates with this. But then remember, Kristina's got some good stuff too. There was that thanks. Remember this the hello and thanks? This is, I love this, but does that cover up too much of the flowers? Like this is great, like say you have a pattern paper, you want to show a lot of it, or you have like an inky background. That might actually work. So I could do, if I did the black background, I could do the shadow in black, and then the letters in white or nectar, aqua sky. Can you scroll it? You guys got to help me here. So there's the thanks. Yeah, Brienne, our Link Ninja here, she is the inventor and patent holder of the ink stamp. There is also this, because I really, really like this greeting that says, brighter days are coming, but I don't know that I want it on here. I think I want it, because it's thin lined, I think it'll look great on the bold, our next card. And then Kristina also has these. These would work great too. So I could do like, miss you. I could do like, miss you. Maybe with a black shadow and white letters or some colored letters. So which should I do? Miss you, hey friend, or this thanks. So this is what the thanks looks like. So you want aqua sky letters with a black background? We can try that. But which word? This is gonna be dangerous. Yeah, I feel like with this bold background, we need bold letters. If we went softer, like with this, I could see using the more dainty letters, like that I just put down, these. Like with the softer, I feel like the softer is better. Y'all like miss you? Miss you? Is that what? Miss you? Hey, try the pull. Wait, try the pull. We want to test a pull. Can you test a pull?
Yeah.
Test miss you, hey friend, or thanks. Okay. I see most people are saying miss you, but we're going to try a pull while I start preparing because we want to know if we can do this. I'm losing my hair. Okay. Mike's going to try this. But, oh, vellum shadow would be great too. We might try that. Let me think here.
What was it? Miss you?
Miss you, hey friend, or thanks. Miss you, thanks, or hey friend. So the miss you is from big type greetings from Kristina. The thanks is from Concord 9th, hello and thanks. And the hey friend is from the Concord 9th sweet stems. Oh, pumpkin letters would be pretty. Shiny pumpkin letters or gold. I still will put something at the center of these. I just don't know what it is yet.
There.
And like, did the ink you just used created the shine? Yeah. So the shine that you see at the center of the flowers was the Lisa Horton pumpkin metallic ink.
Oh, pretty cool.
Is there a pull there?
Yeah, have your screen.
Hey, how about this? Do me a favor.
Here. Yeah, how's that?
Okay, you guys do the poll. I'm going to take a potty break. Can you put up the potty screen? The bio break screen? Yeah. I'm going to go to the potty real quick. So answer in the poll. I'll be right back. I promise. I'm going to take my microphone off though. Wouldn't that be good? All right.
Okay. I'm going to get some drink.
All right. We'll be right back.
Get rid of this candy because it's eating it too much.
Okay. Okay. Hello, hello. Sorry about that. Now here's the thing. Oh gosh, that's close. Here's the thing. Mike isn't here to turn that thing off. He went up to get a drink, but here he comes. I did flush and I did wash my hands. I do need elevator music. I think Kristina does elevator music. Okay. So the poll. Oh, did the poll work? Okay. The poll said miss you. All right, we're doing
That worked good.
good, good, good. Okay, so the thanks, I do want to use this thanks because I love it.
Thank you for everybody trying that pull off.
Yes, thank you. All right, so we have Miss You. And we're going to do black. Thinking black. I'm going to try a few different things here. This is what you don't see normally, is my overthinking. I've told you I will overthink until I'm blue in the face.
How much time does it take for ink to dry?
What ink?
Oh,
did somebody ask?
Does the ink need time to dry, or
Oh.
does it dry immediately?
No, the metallic ink will take a little bit longer to dry. So just don't touch it or heat set it. I just won't touch it for a bit. Yeah, I will do something with the flower centers. I'm either going to use this flower center that's part of the sweet stems, or I might switch to Kristina's dots from her flower centers. I might do these dots and stamp them. I don't know. I have no idea. We're gonna see. Okay, so there is a black shadow. Let's see what and I've got a silver or a black word too. Let me try vellum for this. Now here's the thing. What I'm doing is trying different options. What? Did I do something? Oh. I'm trying different options. And then whatever I don't use, I put over in my drawer with stamp sets that I can do, or sentiments that I can add anytime. All right. So we have white, we have shadow. Let's look at these. Oh, I messed up mine. Shadow. So I'm going to tape this here for a second. Hang on. Droop. What do we got? Question, what die cut machine am I using? Which one from the market is best? I right now am using I have a magnetic bracelet. It's a half of a heart, and Lila has a bracelet with the other half of the heart, and it magnets together, but it also picks up dies. This is the Empress from Anna Griffin. I use it a lot. It's my favorite electric machine. My favorite manual machine would be the Gina K Intracut, because you don't have to change your sandwiches. You change the dial on the side, or the Spellbinders Platinum, just because I've had it for a long time. Hi, Michael. Oh, hang in there, hon. It's hard. Oh, that's kind of fun. Bold. So white so here are the options. So there's black shadow with white letters, or I could color them. Nectar would be pretty. Or vellum with black. I think this is going to get washed out, but it's an option. So there's that. Now with this, because the vellum still allows a lot to show through, I'd probably double up the vellum so it's like not as transparent. You can heat set this ink. I just haven't done it yet. I'm lazy. So you want me to try Nectar? Let me get some Nectar cardstock, which I have a lot of because I hoard it. Should probably go over to that, but whatever. Yeah, it could come in handy picking up dies. Gina had hers made from a Gina's Intracut was made from a manufacturer who makes has made those kind of die cut machines for a while, and she made some changes to make it work for her, and the dials are awesome. They work really, really well. Very helpful. And in that Intracut, I can use my Better Press machine and my Glimmer machine. Hold on. White, are you liking white on black? Let me just look at Nectar. I think I like the white better. What I think I would like is the white better with a white trim around the edge. What do y'all think? Brianne, I love you. You're sweet. Can I go buy a bottle of wine with that? Actually, I have a glass of wine with my husband at dinner. All right, so tell me what you think here. I think I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do the vellum. I like the trim. I like the bold black trim because the bold black trim goes with all the black bold around here. So so do you want me to do nectar letters or white letters? If we do white letters, I would put a white trim around it. White pops more.
We need another pole.
Gold. I can do that. I can try that. Okay. Now I could do gold inked, but I have this already ready. This is Altenews Brush Gold cardstock, which is my favorite. I don't know why. And then I already have on the back the Altenews double-sided adhesive. So it'll come out like a sticker. I keep some of these little pieces, like here's another one. I like to keep these in my drawer, so anytime that I want gold or silver, I already got the adhesive on the back. White with the black, white with the black. So it seems like, oh dear, you all. Yeah, I could do nectar or aqua sky, that would be good too. But let's just go with either white, nectar, or gold. Let me move this out of here so we can see what gold is like. Oh. What do you think? Okay, vote, white or gold?
Let me decide.
Oh dear, Mike wants to, silver, somebody said silver. Silver would actually probably be good too. Yeah. Silver might even be better than gold. Don't overthink it, Jennifer. Brenda, this is what I do. Mm-hmm. Oh, Libby, thank you for doing the election work. You're an angel. Making a difference out there. Libby, should I do a white miss you or a metallic miss you, gold or silver? Aw, thank you, Anne. Thank you so much. What should I do? Gold. People are liking the gold. Do you want to see silver? Let's see silver.
They like gold.
They like gold. Let me get silver. I don't think I have any silver left with the adhesive on the back, but I can always make some. White. Oh, goodness. Everybody has different... Do a poll, Mike.
Okay.
One choice is white, one choice is silver, one choice is gold. So we're going to do a poll. See, I do overthink. This is the downfall. This is why I usually do this ahead of time. Actually, I don't know, maybe white. So white, silver, or gold? Mike's going to put a poll. I like the gold better than the silver in this case. I'm going to go ahead and cut more while I'm here. There is no discount code today because I'm just playing. I did not do any kind of prep. Beth, thank you for that. Yeah, if you're just coming in here, please give me grace. This is my first time winging it. And you're seeing me overthink and trying to also people please.
White and gold are almost neck and neck.
White and gold are neck and neck. There they are next to each other. Tell me what you think. Oh, Kathy, you come in and you say silver?
What? What does she know?
Yeah, she's good at this stuff. That's the problem. So she likes silver. The warmth of the silver. And there's no other... If I do white, Kathy, I'm going to put a white trim around the outside edge. Paula likes the warmth of the gold. Kathy likes the warmth of the silver. Y'all. Really, I don't think you can go wrong with either. What's the poll say?
I think white.
White. Okay, I'm going to do white with the white trim. Kathy's saying gold. Kathy. See, I overthink. All right, I'm going to go with platinum. Man, I wish. Okay, the white. I'm going to go with gold because Kathy said so. So if you don't like the idea, blame Kathy. Kathy's we always text each other asking opinions on things. And she is an expert. She's a graphic designer. She knows what she's doing. I don't. But I am going to pop these up because I don't want this to get washed out. So I'm going to stack a few of the shadow so that it stands out against that background. Okay, we're going with gold. Oh, Brenda. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You're so kind. Okay. Thank you. All right, so I have, this is that Tim Holtz black, which is just
Kathy
beautiful.
actually meant the warmth of the gold.
She meant the warmth of the gold. Okay, I was wondering because, oh, she texted. Okay. Thanks, Kat. You threw me off there. You threw me off when you said the warmth of the silver. Okay, so I did 3 of the base. And remember, this is the big type greetings. Now I'm going to save these others. I got to find the dots though. I'll find the, oh, they're over here. This is the base, the big type greetings. Sorry, my dogs are barking. From Kristina Werner. And it's nice because all these letters are connected. So you don't have to fuss with individual letters. But I don't know where my gold dot went. I might have to cut a new one. Let me put these down first. My head's going to be in the way. Sorry, I'm going to have to. Kathy, I'm winging it. I don't know how you do this every time because I've been going for almost 2 hours and I overthink everything. You know that about me. You know that about me. Okay, I need to do a new eye because I lost my eye. Oh no, look at what I found. I found my eye. I'm not going to put a white layer under it. All right, yeah, the size of this is good. It is good. And in this set, there's thanks, hello, and hugs. All good basics. There we go. Oh, that looks cool, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, man, Caroline B., thank you. Thank you. You're very kind. You all are too much. Okay. Now, we do have the center of the flowers to deal with, too. That's going to be a whole nother thing, which I might do in the gold, just to go with it. So I'm just going to confirm that I don't want to use the white. But let's see what the white looks like anyways. See how much softer it is? It's amazing the difference. That makes. So that's, I think, too bold on that soft, but with the black, it's all good. Now, what I should have done here, and maybe I could redo, I don't want to redo it. What I should have done when I cut this right here is I should have put Altenew double-sided adhesive on the back so that I could just stick it on here instead of trying to put glue on all those little bits. But I didn't think of it and I don't want to recut it. Hi, Dana. If anybody was in the With Love yesterday from the Scrapbook and Cards Today event, Dana taught for her first time with them and she was unbelievable. That girl, she earned that last name of Joy. She is such a joy. Was anybody in there and saw her teach? Gosh, so good. When Catherine asked me to do that event, I said, can I have a say in the teachers? And she said, sure. And I said, Megan, Kathy, and Dana. I also asked Kristina, but she's too busy with her new line. But I thought those would all be good options. I also picked Gina, but Gina's does her own, like, Gina classes, Gina K classes with Scrapbook Cards Today in their regular big event. I'm not sure I'm doing good with the glue there, but good enough. Dana was great. See? She's so good. You should follow her on YouTube. She's a busy lady because she crafts, but then she also has a granddaughter who is the cutest thing. I'm Auntie Jennifer. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Goodness, you all. Thank you. So she's a busy grandma, but she is so much fun to watch. So, Brianne, could you maybe link to Dana's Instagram and YouTube, maybe? She's unbelievable. And I got to meet her granddaughter and her daughter and her husband. It's like the beautiful family. Her son lives far away, so he wasn't there. But all right. Oh, is Layla watching? All right. Or is Jazz watching? Which one of them? Okay, so I'm going to put this on a white card base. Another fun option would be to do nectar so that the inside matches nicely, but I'll show you something I'll do instead. So unfortunately, what Dana taught yesterday was a paid event. You had to have signed up for it a long time ago, so you can't watch that. But Dana and I do have plans, hopefully at the end of this month, to go live together. We're trying to figure out what products would be fun to do together. Kelly, thank you. I appreciate that. You guys are too much. Dana is a lovely human being. I feel like the world needs more Danas. And then the worst part about it is she's stunning too. She's beautiful, beautiful girl. Okay, let me trim off the bottom here because my note card is too big. So these are all the little things I do. Lynn, thank you. You guys, let me trim this off. This is the overthinking that I do. These are the things that, listen, these little details where I overthink, I actually like that process. Not everybody does. Oh yeah, put on the puppy bowl too. That'd be probably better to watch. Oh, so I cut a piece of nectar down to be 4 by 5 1/4, and I thought that would look nice in here. And if I'm ambitious later, which I'm not right now, I would probably do, this is a paper hug from the Simple Flowers on the inside. And then I would probably stamp one of these flowers or use the die on to make a little flower on the inside. Yeah, Dana, you can pay me later. I've seen your wine collection. Okay, let's see. I did miss something, which I don't know that I'm going to take the time to do. I gotta find it though. Here we go. I'm at that point where I can. This stamp set has this little detail that you can stamp at the center of the flowers if you want to. Or I could do this, or I could do both. Let's see what this looks like in gold. I'm just looking at what people have here.
What are the scissors? Large size.
Oh, okay. Okay, folks, if you ever listen to me about trying a product, this would be it. Those. And I know a lot of you in the comments have bought these because every time I use them, everybody agrees they're the greatest scissors of all time. These scissors are unbelievable. I like these big scissors and I like the Tim Holtz smaller ones for fine cutting. But for like cutting along the sides, this is amazing. It's just incredible. So good. It cuts like butter. I'm guessing a lot of you have. Yeah, those scissors are great for cutting felt for sure. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah. I think I can hear Ken getting on the bike. Yeah, I like that. Do you like those golds or the gold centers? Yeah, I think that'll be great. So we got the gold centers and then see that metallic shine in the background? I wish that metallic shine, there it shows up more. And the nice thing is in real life, the metallic shine really goes nice with the gold. So whoever told me to do that, thank you. And so I think gold centers, do you like the gold centers? Yes, see, everybody likes the Spellbinders. Now the Spellbinders does have a smaller version. Oh, I don't know where mine are. They're like this, but gray handled. And they made these exclusive for an event. And it's similar tips, but I like using these for fussy cutting and these for the rest of the stuff. He is on the Peloton. He's cool, but not cool enough to have a motorcycle. Don't tell him I said that. Also, he cannot have another hobby. He has too many hobbies. Okay. So that's where I've got. Yeah, I'm going to do gold centers. I think I'm going to, do you want to see me put all these gold centers on? Or do you want me to move on to the next card? But I like those dots in the background. They're subtle, but I like those. And then we have the shine. Let me know, what do you think? Should I I'd have to take the time to die cut all those gold. Or would you rather me move on to another card? What time is it? Oh my gosh, you people are gonna get sick of me. Mike's gonna get sick of me. Mike's got to figure out how to fix my phone too.
Yeah.
Like that right there over that center flower. Look at that. So this is Concord and 9th and Kristina Werner all mixed together. Yeah, okay, so move on, next card. Okay, so what I'm gonna do to finish this is put a gold at the center of each. And I think that's it. I might stamp something on the inside, but oftentimes I won't stamp something on the inside, and then when I pick someone to give this to, I'll add the perfect thing on the inside. What causes the dots? Oh, I missed that. something. Okay, because those dots, what causes the dots on the Miss You die? Causes them? Oh, okay, you see these indentations? Those little dots that you see? Those don't bother me. They bother some people. But those are the little holes in the die so that you can poke the pieces out from the other side if they get stuck. There are ways to get rid of them. You can take your bone folder and just kind of rub along that and it'll make it disappear. The other thing is I cut into my magnetic mat. If you choose to not cut into the magnetic mat and instead cut into the magnetic mat has a little bit of give, so it actually impresses those dots into it. If you cut more onto a cutting plate, which I probably shouldn't cut on this one. Let me get this cutting plate. If you instead cut on the cutting plate, you won't get those as much. So let me do it down here so it's not messed up. Hang on, I'll just show you. Hold on. Hold, please. I don't want to waste that piece of paper. Yeah, they're the little release holes. How can you avoid them? You can either press them out with a bone folder, or I cut into my magnetic mat. If I don't cut into my magnetic mat, they're not as intense. See how they're not as intense on this one? So it's up to you. But a bone folder, but honestly, I don't deal with it. It doesn't bother me. But you can kind of press them down. All right. Okay. The bone folder trick works pretty good. There's also the trick of you can take the die cut when you're done, put it in a piece of folded paper, run it through your die cut machine without a die, and it flattens it. So that's another thing. Okay, so I have to finish this off screen. Let me just put things away so I don't lose my mind here. I gotta clean up a bit. Hang on. All right, I have this stencil. I don't know where the others went. Oh, it's bad already. Mike, I can't find anything. All right. Any questions? Sorry, I can't find your supply list for the big die in the flowers release. Only the flowers die. The big die. You mean this one? This die right here is the Sweet Stems from Concord and Ninth, and it's in the description below. I don't know where I put my... Here it is. That goes with that. Let me just clean up for a second. Yeah, oh, yes, you're right. Tammy's right. Those dots are more noticeable on metallic cardstock than they are on regular cardstock. You really wouldn't see them. My favorite gold cardstock, I mean, there's a lot of good ones, but the one that I like to use the most is the Altenew Brushed Gold. It's not too shiny. It's like just a nice kind of matte gold. It's not like a mirror-y kind of gold shine. What's the difference between Tim Holtz heavy stock versus watercolor paper? So that black that I was using, it's like a heavy stock. It's just a heavyweight paper that it can work with water. So a lot of techniques like that Tim does require a lot of water. So this can handle it, but it's not ideal to do like traditional watercolor techniques on. For that, I would use black watercolor paper or regular watercolor paper. Does that make any sense? So the heavy stock is great if you're doing techniques that use a lot of water. All right, can you scroll it? Yeah, Mike's a godsend. Yes, the Spellbinder scissors are the bomb. All right. Should I do something with this next? I didn't use much of it in the last one. I think I'll do something with this next. Because really, a lot of people voted for the grocery product. But the thing with the grocery line is that it's really just assembling. So you can follow their examples online. I mean, you could do some fun interactive thing with it. But I don't know. I'm going to use this first. Oh, you don't know if the heavy stock can do water. They changed it. Dana, you're so bad. Thank you. Your trouble. Wait a second. This goes with the other one. Dang it. See, this is what happens. I'm a mess. Thank you, Dana. Did you use the Tim Holtz Black Distress for borders or bases or just layering? I use it for all black. Almost all the time I use it for black. It's great for card bases because it's heavy, heavy weight. So I use it for a lot of things. Besides the Gemini, have you ever used any Crafter's Companion products? Yeah. They've got great products. I used the Gemini for many years. Yes, you can kiss. You could kiss, Sue, you're right. You could kiss on or kiss off with Kristina's dots. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you got to watch the live I did with Gina last week. Somebody asked about pitch black. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Now, I think I have the old Hero Arts pitch black cardstock. I don't know if it's the same as what's current, but you can see they're both super dark. So this is some random brand. I don't know what it was. And then here's Hero Arts, and you can see it's a much better black. And then Tim Holtz. So in the middle is Hero Arts Pitch Black, which is great. And then there's the Tim Holtz. This Tim Holtz one is very smooth. So if you want a traditional cardstock, Hero Arts Pitch Black is good. All right, I'm late enough to, okay, let me see what I can do here. I don't know, I'm wondering, what if we did metallic inks with these? I'm not doing that to acetate Brenda. Should I do metallic? I could. Should I try metallic? I'm looking, hang on. Thank you, Risa. That's a huge help. The thumbs up are a huge help. People were asking how they can support companies. One of the things that you can do to support small businesses more, if not everybody can spend right now. I totally get it. Not everybody can, not everybody wants to. One of the things you can do is like and share and encourage. So liking videos, liking Instagram posts, because what happens is the more thumbs up and comments and shares that you do, the more the social medias like YouTube and Instagram, the more they will take our content and give it to new people. So it helps us. The dot was on my plate. Oh, was it? That makes sense. Metallics. Okay, let's do cool colors. Let's do cool metallics on, what color cardstock should I use? Oh, I'm going to do metallics on my new favorite color. One of my new favorite colors. Gina K, Blue Sky. Can you add this to the supply list? Laura, yes, the live comments help. Anytime you leave a comment that's, I think it's 4 words or more usually, that lets like YouTube know that people are interacting with this video, not just hitting play and walking away. And then they're more like, they keep track of that, and they're more likely to introduce or suggest my video to somebody new. So that helps to grow our industry, right? And that helps companies. So if you're watching a Gina K video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the chat, leave a comment below it, share it with people. Like my friend Vicki Donnelly, on her Facebook page, she's always sharing videos of people's, and that helps. And on Instagram, if you share, like if you like something Gina does, shares on Instagram, and you send it to your friend Sally Sue, like in a direct message, they like that too. Any way you can interact is good. The more interaction you do helps everyone. I think I'm going to work on this. This is Blue Sky. I'm not sure I'm gonna like it with the metallics on top, but we're gonna try it. I think maybe a more toned down color would be better, but I love this color. Hi, Elizabeth. So Elizabeth owns Pashta Design, and she said, yes, thank you for mentioning ways that people can help without spending money. I think it's important because, hey, I get it. I get it. I don't know. I think Tide Pool might be pretty too. Can you see my pajama pants? Can they see my pajama pants? Where's my Tide Pool? I can't find my Tide Pool. Am I running low on Tide Pool? Sorry, guys. Hold on. Where's my Tide Pool? Mike. Hold, please. I don't see it. Where is it? Is there a question I can answer while I search here? I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Concord and 9th ink pads are foam. They're foam dye ink pads. What happens if you stamp with Lisa Horton metallic inks on top of each other? Joanne, you can kind of layer a bit. They are opaque, which means opaque means not see-through, but not 100% opaque. And honestly, metallic inks, I often prefer metallic inks for blending and going direct to paper over stamping. If you do want to stamp with a metallic ink, I recommend using a MISTI and stamping several times because each time it leaves more metallic behind. What do I do? Oh, okay. I see some questions. I love this color, but I'm going to do some like greens and metallics on top, and I think like this more muted Tide Pool would be better. So I might use this later. But Gina K, Blue Sky, if you were in the class yesterday, you know I have a thing for it. So this is Simple Flower Stencils from Kristina. I heard somebody ask me, Mike, you're gonna have to add this to the supply list. These rolls, magnet, they're in my Amazon. So these are, before I get started, this is a strong magnetic tape. Somebody asked how I keep dies stuck in my inside of my cabinet doors. I originally have, in some of my other cabinets, these really strong magnet strips that are meant for keeping your knives on the wall. And I keep dies on that. But those are more expensive than a giant roll of magnetic tape. So I got this, and I take 2 strips and I have it go down the center of my cabinet doors on the inside. I wish you could see it. I don't think you can see it. Hold on, let me switch to red. Can you see? They're right here. So I have 2 strips here, 2 strips here. And on it I have my most used dies. So this is something I'll show in the organization video. And that just really works well. It works really well for me. So I put 2 strips close together right down the middle, and I can keep my stacking dies on it, etc. And if you go to that live link that Brianne just shared, Mike just added it to that. The Tide Pool cardstock is from Concord and 9th. Beautiful color. It's like the perfect pool that's muted down with a little bit of green to it. Oh, Mike, my February 2025 product release bundle for Kristina is a dead link. Okay. All right, I'm not sure. Well, I know I want to do the leaves in a green, so we're going to start with that. And I am, again, choosing to use the metallic inks from Lisa Horton instead of the interference inks. Sorry, it's hard to think. I will add a little copper, probably. Oh, yes, Diana, do you remember my old sticky mat? It was really inked. It was colorful because I used it for so long. I gave that to Lila to use and I got a new one. I could have let her get the new one, but all right. So this is a magnet which will help because there's not much to stick to the grip mat up there. All right, so here we go. I need my metallic inks. I'll start with, I've got 2 here. Hold on, let me get a few of these. I'm not sure which colors I'm going to use. So these are opaque, but not completely opaque, which means I can put a color ink on top of it and you'll see that color, but not completely. Does that make any sense? So I'll do a little testing here. So we have verdigris. Oh, that's pretty. That might be good for the flowers, or coastline, or both. Here's titanium. Ooh, that could be fun for the centers. And then here is mojito. There's my leaves. Then there's other colors. You can see, like, here's a good example. This is a bright yellow. This is sunshine. On white, let me get a scrap here. On white cardstock, it's bright yellow, okay? Bright yellow with metallic. On this, it's not 100% opaque, so your yellow will be, you see it's yellow. And when it dries, it'll actually become a little more yellow. So you can see the yellow on there, but it's not as true yellow as on the white. Does that make sense? So these are pigment inks, which kind of sit on top of the paper and allow that color to show through on darker color cardstocks. What's wrong, Mike? No. So this stencil, Kristina, one of the things I love about Kristina Werner stencils is their Big Mama stencils. And she does that because she likes to make 5x7 cards some days. So a 5x7 card works really well with these stencils. I'll show you. This is a 5x7 card base, right? You could also do slimline. Some people still like doing slimline. Or, watch this, you can get 2 A2 panels from it. Isn't that great? So it's big. It's bigger than I need, but I love that. Love it. Yeah, the titanium is pretty. So I don't know if you can see the metallic. It's really pretty. Okay, so these are big stencils, and I love that. I love that about them. All right, I got to find my ink stand. Yes, I like that they're big too. How about the background in pool? And oh, that was the last card. What's a good way to keep the blade sharp on the guillotine? On this guy, mine self-sharpens. I'm surprised yours isn't. Are you talking about this guy? Because mine kind of it sharpens on its own as it cuts.
It's not tight enough.
Yeah, it might be that the blade isn't like that. The arm has gotten a little bit loose, so it's not cutting right up against it. Yeah, Kristina's a clever little one. Now I need inking tool here. Let me get one. So there are 2 sizes of Tim Holtz inking tools. There's the bigger ones, which are called mini, and the small ones, which are called tiny. So I'm going to need to, I haven't started new foams for all these colors yet, but I need to. Let me get this out of here. Oh, yours is. Oh, okay. That's fine. Man, that's early. Mike has a dinner reservation with my parents and Lila at 4:30, so I'll have to stop before that.
It's Valentine's week, so
Oh, it's hard to get in.
the hardest they could get, easiest they could get.
Yeah, Kristina's good about the 5x7.
And I hate not doing everything for everybody.
I know. No, this is good. It's good. Mike's a people pleaser too. So I am.
To an extreme.
I know. He's.
Extreme.
Mike is the most selfless person I've ever met. Here he is on a Sunday.
Yep.
All right.
Saturday.
And Saturday, he was here yesterday doing this too. And tonight he gets to fix my phone.
Yep.
So you can blend this. This blends really easy. The nice thing about blending with pigment inks is because that ink kind of sits on top of the paper, you can blend it a bit more. The reason, somebody said it might have been hard for them to get reservations because of the game. No, they're going to like a fancy steakhouse. I wasn't invited. So no, it's more for Valentine's Day. They wouldn't be playing the game there. Welcome. Yeah, oh, see, Dana knows. Mike is notorious for helping other crafters with tech stuff. He and Kathy talk a lot too, because they're both nerds. I say that with love. Nerd is a compliment here. Mike does almost work 7 days a week, sometimes. But he doesn't get here till late in the morning, so we both care about what we do. Okay, so I did like a smooth layer, but then I'm gonna come also and pounce a little bit more, because I feel like that leaves a little more shimmer behind. So let me just put a little bit more in different areas here. I'm not worried about it being even. You could come in with like maybe the gold color and put a little bit of gold on the tip, but I'm just putting one layer, keeping this somewhat simple.
Someone thought it was funny that I get to
You
fix your phone.
you get to fix my phone. He's such a lucky man. Yeah, he deals with all the tech issues. And he's funny too. The kids love him. Okay, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous. He is a good guy. Okay, let's do, I didn't line them up, which I should have done, but that's okay. I think this all overlaps. Is that right? I got to look at her examples. See, I got to look at the examples so I don't mess up. Because remember, when you use something for the first time, it's good to look at the website. So let me look real quick here. Sorry. And guess what I need to finish? My now warm, disgusting protein drink. Simple flowers. So I'm going on the website, looking up Kristina's Simple Flowers to look at her examples, because that will give me a better idea. Yep. Oh, cool. This is going to be good. So can you show one of the Simple Flower examples? Actually, there's a big type example that has thank you in the center and pink around it. Can you show that one?
Let's see. Is it this one?
Nope. That one. Okay, so those are the stencils I'm using now. We're going to have a completely different look. But see how the flowers overlap? So pretty. But I'm doing metallic inks, so it'll have a different feel to it. Mike sits, he doesn't have a dead space. He sits right here to the left of me. He doesn't do word of the day. That's Tom's thing. We can't do that. That's Tom's thing. All right, so I'm going to switch my foam here. If you ever get the Tim Holtz blending tool, the mini size, the domed shaped foams I like much more than the flat ones that they originally came out with. These are the original ones. They're flat. The domed ones work much better. Nerd is a compliment, for sure. Especially around here. We say it very lovingly. All right. So this I'm doing Coastline. This is a blue, a bright blue. And I'm going to do it over all the flowers, and then I'll do a different color for the next stencil. So first I'll blend. I've never layered with these, so this will be interesting. You could do, like I'm doing heavy here, but you could do like a light. And it gives you like a light shine. So you can blend with these, for sure. Yes, these inks do have refills. I know the interference do. I'm assuming these have them available. Maybe Mike or Brienne can check. By the way, please know Brienne, I take care of Brienne. I don't want people to think I'm taking advantage of her.
So Kristina sent me a text saying, tell Jennifer to make corners out of tape on her grip mat, then line up the corners so the centers of the flowers match up.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. So Kristina recommended, she texted Mike. See, this is something I probably would have learned if I did this off screen. She recommended putting 2 pieces of tape up here in the corners, so every time I take it off, I can line up the last ones. But I have my Altenew alignment guides. This is stencil material, but watch what I can do. I'll put that right there, and now when I do the next stencils, I just line it up with that. Thank you, Kristina. She probably tried to text me, but my phone's not working, Kristina. So she texted Mike. These do take time to dry. So I could have heat set the green underneath it, but I'm not seeing it bleed, like it's not messing it up. So it had dried enough. Now this is going to have a lot of metallic shine on it. So after I give it some time to dry, I may decide to do a fixative spray on it, but I don't know. Most people don't like really mess around with the card enough to, I don't know. So let me do this. This counts as my workout. I don't think Jesse's here anymore, but I'm counting this as my workout for today. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and pounce some more shine onto it. I did also find out if you want these to be super duper shiny, you can put a layer on like this, let it dry, and then come back and do another layer. Let's see. So the interference inks, which are the other Lisa Horton inks, those have a different color whether you're on light or dark cardstock. It's because the dye ink property is a different color than the pigment ink property. Here it's the same. It's just another variation. Okay, so let's, let me see how off I was lining these up. Oh, I was pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna have to clean those up later. And so now, because I have that there, Mike, can you put in the chat the link for the magnetic tape? It should be in the, if you go to the live link at the top of my YouTube description and open that, it should be there.
I did add
Okay. How's everybody? Paper cutting does count as a workout. See? It's like I call it crafter math. Crafter math is when you buy supplies, make a set of note cards and give it as a gift. So really the cost of that supplies was a gift. So it doesn't cost you anything. So I need to come up with something for using crafting as a form of exercise. Simon is here. Simon's always so good about stopping in. Simon is here. Hi, Simon. These stencils would be great with Simon's solar paste. Wouldn't they be great? All right, so I'm on to the third stencil. This is verdigris. This is a beautiful color. All right. Let's put this on here. Now this is not as dark of a color, right, as that blue. So you'll see that the blue will still show through because this is a pigment ink. It is opaque, but not 100%. Simon, you're too nice. I'll buy you a drink later. All right. Are there questions? Oh, can you use the magnets without the grip mat? 100%. So I could put my paper and my stencil there. This holds really well. I think, in fact, I think Simon does. No, somebody does that. Doesn't use a grip mat for stencils. They just use the magnets. Usually a grip mat works because there's usually extra stencil around the outside, but this one doesn't have it because I'm using such a big piece of paper under it. So why am I pouncing? I should just, anyway, so that's why I'm using both. I don't want it to shift at this point. I've put enough effort into it. Crafter size, Kona, yes, it's crafter size. I'm counting it. I'm gonna put into, I have like this workout app that Jesse put together for me. It tells me what lifting I should do, but you can also put in there, Simon is old enough to drink now. Just barely, but he is. I have this app that Jesse puts in like what lifting program I should do. It's very helpful. But you can also put in your own exercise. Like if you do something extra, like if I do Pilates, so it keeps track of everything. I'm gonna put in crafter size. I love how the magnets go all the way through the sticky mat. Yeah, they're super, super strong. I don't need to be holding this, it's a habit. I guess I don't know where to put my hand. What is a good adhesive for acetate to paper? You know, actually, Gina K Liquid Adhesive Connect will actually dry on it. But what I would recommend is a double-sided tape. My two favorites would be Altenew or Lawn Fawn. But really, there's a lot of great ones out there. Okay, that's good enough. Good enough. I could put more down, but I'm not going to bother. All right, there's that. I'm going to have to clean these before we go. Can you swipe it? Simon is old enough to drink. He is, guys. Simon, what are you, like 22? Are you 21 or 22 now? It's cardio. Cardio is important to us. Cardio. That's brilliant. All right, so this is what Kristina texted about. Because I want to line this up because then these flowers go at the center of the, or these centers go at the center of the flowers. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Look at that. Oh, this is going to be so cool. But I also think I want dots. Like, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do the dots. Maybe I will. I don't know. Now here, I know it's weird But I think I want to do titanium. I think I want titanium at the center. It was this one here. I think I want that. Everyone's so used to Simon being 12. Simon, you're not, no, nobody thinks you're 12 anymore. No, because you definitely are a young man now. I want to move this if I can. He's 22. He is younger than my two oldest. Let's be clear. Okay. I'm old enough to be his mom. I like hanging out with his mom. His mom's great. Yeah, I think I'm going to try this titanium. And if it doesn't work, I've learned. There we go. Yeah. So look at that. That's going to be pretty. I think it's going to be pretty. I could peek. You know what else would have been good here? White. A white pigment ink would have been good here too. Oh, I know what I want to do. I'm just going to go ahead and do this so you can see it, and then I'm going to change it. But then I'll regret it because it'll take time to dry. Shoot. Let's see. Here she goes overthinking. His mom is great. She's super sweet. When Simon was too young, I shared a beer with his mom. Yeah, lunar paste would be great here. There's a lot of, would be like a gold lunar paste would be great here because that you wouldn't see through at all. That is 100% opaque if you put it down thick enough. But I'll tell you some other options. I'm not going to do any paste now, but I'm going to tell you some options because I don't want to take the time for it to dry before I do something else. Yeah, Simon's inks are one of the things that I need to organize. You know how I was saying I need to organize? Because every time I use his inks and his white cardstock, I'm impressed on how well they blend, but I don't have them organized yet. So I never reach for them, and I need to fix that. So that's part of my March. Okay, you guys. Can you see this? What did Scrappy Cat say? Okay, I got a heat set. We're not giving Simon a hard time. We're just jealous. Because I wish I would have found this happy world of ours earlier. So sorry I have to heat set this. It's a little loud. I probably would heat set this a little bit longer so I don't mess any of it up, but I don't want you guys to have to listen to a heat gun. It is shiny. All right, let me hold it down here. Are there any questions I can answer? What kind of fixative spray? I'll pull it out here in a moment and I'll show you. What are the best ways to store sticky mats? Well, I'm really fancy about mine. I keep my smaller Gina K mat and my smaller waffle flower mat inside of my Misty, so they're always there. But this bigger one is in one of two places. Usually this guy here lays over the back of my chair that's sitting behind me usually, which is over here right now. Or I lay it in the top of all my blending brushes in my blending brush drawer, just because it's easy enough to reach for. But I know some people, like Kathy Z, she stores hers in a zipper pouch, and that works really well. Simon says Stamp and Altenew both sell zipper pouches. That is a good option for it too. But I use mine so much, I don't want to keep getting it in and out of of a pouch. I just want to use it. You know what I mean? Okay. So this is my grip mat from Altenew. Ooh, that cleaned up nicely. So this is stamp material. So I clean it with a stamp cleaner. So I use Hero Arts Ultra Clean along with the Hero Arts Scrubber Block, which is a soft scrubber. And I just do spray, and then there's some fuzz there. I don't know why. And then I just take a wet cloth or dry cloth and wipe it clean. And it works great. I don't usually clean it that much, but because I don't mind if it gets stained. I know. Can you imagine, Joy, being 12 and finding your gift? Like, I don't think everybody in life finds their gift. Like what, it's whether you've been or you just happen to find it. I don't know. But to find your gift, what you're meant to do at age 12, that's unbelievable. I mean, he clearly is meant to do this, and I think it's fascinating to watch. All right, look at that. I wish you could see it in real life because it's even prettier. Then the fixative that you could use, I do not spray this inside of the house. I go and I lay this on the ground outside and I give it a quick spray with one of these two. I don't know the difference. It's a matte, this was a clear matte protectant and this is a gloss acrylic coating. This is the one I usually use. I've had this forever. Brianne Loveland, you have too found your gift. Your gift is to be like a ride or die help to those of us doing that. You have no idea how much that helps us. And you know that. You know that. She's amazing. Okay. He does have a God-given talent, and I love watching it too. So this is what I usually use. This is really old. But I don't always use it. Just depends. Okay, so now I have this, which I can either make a 5x7 card out of, or fold this in half. Do I ever donate my cards? I have. In fact, years and years and years ago, like when let me set this aside and clean my stencils before I make a mess. Years and years and years ago, I would do card drives. Has anybody been around as long as I've done card drives? This was like, gosh, when I first had a blog, how long would it be? 15 years ago, I would find kids who were battling cancer. I would talk to their moms and I would collect cards. It was called Cards for Kids, and I would just do it on my blog. People would send me cards for these kids and for their siblings. So like people would send for the kids who are sick and their siblings, because the siblings are going through it too. And then I would collect them all, make sure that everything was appropriate, and then I'd mail them to the mom, who would give them to their kids whenever, here and there. I used to do that all the time. And so I donated a ton of cards that way, and a lot of you did too. Then Vera Yates for a while did a card drive for, this is very inky, so this is a big mess, sorry. She did a card drive for folks in nursing homes, so I would do that. She doesn't do that anymore because it just got so overwhelming, and she would get thousands, like 11,000 cards. Then, I'm not doing a great job cleaning, but it's good enough. Then these I would probably take under my sink and wash off because it has so much ink on it, but I don't want to get up. Then, since then, I will donate sets of cards for fundraisers. And like sometimes people do auctions and I'll do that. But I usually send my cards to people like who win things on my blog or in my lives, or send me a card or whatever. A gel plate mat is very different than a grip mat. They're two very different things. A gel plate mat is thicker and much cushier. Whereas, this is rubbing alcohol. Whereas the grip mat is the exact same material, pretty much, as a clear stamp. So you know what that feels like. I know Nina over at Waffle Flower did a comparison video.
Susan.
Thank you, Susan. Susan, I am going with my husband, just not to the fancy steak place. My husband and I are going somewhere else, and that will be appreciated at our dinner. Thank you. I'll get a glass of wine at dinner. So what was I talking about? So yeah, there are lots of great places to donate cards, but honestly, I think giving cards to people unexpected is the best thing you can do. Yeah, so like your mailman. Oh yes, Ralph Tyndall right now is doing a card drive for adopted kiddos. I've talked to that organization. I think it's called Cards for Cubs, something like that. I just haven't had the time to connect it up, but I do hope to do that someday. All right, so now I have two. Now, let me tell you some other things I could have done here while we're here. Another thing I would have done if I was off, I had time for things to dry. Where did he go? He left me again. Hang on, I gotta click something. Okay, if I had the time for something to dry, I would have taken this and put this over the center. So the centers would be white pearl. This is shimmer relief paste from Ulta New. It's new. My last pre-recorded video has this, me using this in it. Just get a little bit out. I don't need that much. And it just adds a beautiful shimmer. Now there are a lot of beautiful metallic paste out there, but this one has more shimmer to it than others. So I think that put on the centers would be beautiful. And this you could put on heavy enough that it's opaque. So you would have bright white, pearly, shimmery dots at the center. I would have done that instead of the titanium if I had the time for it to dry. I don't want to take the time for it to dry. Another thing that you could do, but I don't want to mess them up at this point, and also Mike's gonna have to leave soon. Oh, Bran put a link to the video about these in the chat, about this relief. I'm gonna do more with this because these are great. Another thing I could have done here is when I had like this stencil down, you can see those blue flowers, I could have stamped with this over it. And I'd have polka dot flowers because those are big openings. You'd see the polka dots better than like I did on the last card. But I didn't want to take time. Do I make or give cards to Mike?
No.
No, I don't give cards to anybody in my regular life. I feel like, I don't know, I make cards all day long. I don't know. I don't. Isn't that terrible? Another thing, what? Oh, you have to leave. Oh, the reservation's at?
Yeah, 4:30.
So when do you have to leave?
4.
4?
Now Lila's, before, yeah.
Okay.
Now Lila doesn't want to go.
Okay, well, they're gonna have to figure that out. So some of the things that I could do, there are some stamps here that I could add like a smaller flower to the center. So you could layer some up. Yeah, the polka dot would look amazing. I just don't have time. Let's see, what else could we do here? Let me just look at some of these. And then I gotta go because Mike's gonna have to go. So I could do, Brighter Days Are Coming would be fun because this has got that shine to it. What would look really nice is if I did a shaker window on here, and on the front of the shaker window, I could white heat emboss that. That would be pretty. That's one thing. But I got to do something with this. I love this. I have to use it. Sorry guys, I have to use it. That's what I'm gonna do. What? Oh, Mike has made one card. He made it for Concord and Night Summer Camp, which, by the way, thank you, Misty. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a long time. And we're just as young. Summer Camp. Concord and Night Summer Camp. Registration for this year's summer camp starts on the 13th. And I think you all should go because it is definitely, if anybody's been here, they will agree with me. It is hilarious. It is so much fun. Cards for Kindness. Yep, that's another one. I think scrapbook.com does that. So that's another great option. Let me move this. Has anybody done the Concord and Ninth Summer Camp? It is so much fun. And what's really fun about it is all the teachers fly to Concord and Ninth, so we're there together, so we can do activities and stuff together. And this year, I'm the co-host with Greg. So you can only imagine the shenanigans. So much fun. All right, yeah, this coming up soon is the, oh man, I messed up my plates. I used my dirty plate on the top, so it's dirty, but that's okay. This year I'm a co-host, so we'll cause some trouble together, which should be nice. So I think what I'm gonna do, because I'm running out of time, I think I'm gonna do vellum for the shadow and something metallic for the letters. Let me see, hang on, I gotta get some vellum here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Bran is a gift. Oh, summer camp is fun. So I think it goes for sale on the 13th. I haven't seen the products that'll be in it, but they're always good, and I think they're always exclusive to the camp, so you won't see it anywhere else. Camp pranks are a-brewin'. Yes, we played a prank on Greg last year. This year we might have to plan well in advance so that they're really good. Fruit salad has never been part of camp, but maybe it should be. Look at that vellum. And put foam tape underneath the vellum so the vellum floats. I just have to decide. I have to decide if I want what color letters. Should I do a white trim with the vellum shadow and white letters, or should I make my letters like a color? Oh, you bay. Are you getting nervous, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I will wrap it up.
No, try and just on Lila.
I know. She's
a bump on a log.
She's a bump on a log today. She's tired. She hasn't been sleeping well. Okay. Ken could also handle that. I just got ink all over me. So I could do like white letters, or I can do some metallic letters. That gets washed out. I think it'd have to be the titanium letters or the dark blue letters. But I kind of like the white. Are you using a call me ring to craft? I missed that. I don't know what that means. This?
The ring?
This, it's an Aura ring. It like keeps track of your sleep and stress and activity level and stuff. It's been a godsend for me. I'm going to do white because we're going to run out of time. I still have that one that I could use. You know what would be nice on this one? You could just stamp. I'm going to just do it real quick.
White.
White. Okay.
Yeah, well.
I'm going to do something here real quick. What?
Yeah, overall white.
Overall white. I'm going to do something. Not everybody's going to like this, but I'm going to do it anyways. Which? Nobody's going to like this. I know this. I know. You can cry all you want. Mike's crying.
No, not dots.
Not dots. Jenny, no dots. I'm going to do white dots over this whole thing. But I have another one. Okay. I think this will be fun. It'll make for like a pattern paper background, and then I do a bold sentiment smack dab in the middle. I think it'll be neat. Oh, white glossy letters. That would be fun. Oh, I know what I can do. I have an idea. Oh, I love that. I love that. See? You never know. And that was a nice thing about these. This gave me, those big stencils of Kristina's give me 2 backgrounds out of 1. So I could do one with or without. Oh, see? Isn't that cute over the whole thing? Oh, shoot. I love it. Isn't that fun? I'm going to go with that. Another thing you could do is use a dot embossing folder. Gina K has a great Swiss dot embossing folder, which is the same kind of look. All right, I got to wrap this up because we got to go. Don't blame me. It's all Kristina's doing. She designed this, not me. Is Ken handling this?
He's in the bedroom. Door's closed.
Okay. I mean, we have no choice. Okay, so I'm going to do this one. I'm going to save that one. You could stamp a text over it too. That would be fun. Yeah. You're watching me overthink, see? Mike has to go. He'll go soon. He's fine. He's got time, I promise. Look at that with the white behind it. Then I've got the white thanks shadow. What was this from? This is from the Concord and Ninth Hello and Thanks. Now what I'm going to do is I might have to finish this off screen, but I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. You take the shimmer paste. We're going to take some. I don't need that much. I'll have to put some back in there. Take that. Clean up here. I use press and seal over this to help seal it off. I put press and seal down and then the lid. I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but it's worth a try. And so now I've got, and I'm going to spread this out. There we go. Oh yeah. Spread that out. Now I have pearlized, like a pearly shine paper. I wish you could see it. You see it? So I'm going to let that dry. Then I will die cut thanks from it. So I'll have white letters with a pearly shine. Can you scroll it? Does that make sense? Hoping that makes sense. Isn't that fun? What white ink do I use? Oh, the white ink I did for those dots, I used Hero Art's white pigment ink. I'm an enabler. Hey, I just make cards. I am like the person at the mall who decorate or dresses the mannequins. I don't design the stuff. I wish you could see this better. Oh my gosh, the shimmer. And that won't take long to dry. In fact, I could heat set it, but I want to be sure it's completely dry. Then I will die cut from that, and I'll probably stack a few letters. Let me explain this. What I'll do is I will stack like several T's. All right, and actually I'll stack a few T's, and the top one will be the shimmer, and I'll glue those on the front of my vellum. Then, watch this. Then I'll flip the vellum over and I'll glue some stacked T's on the back too, because that will put dimension behind the vellum, and then the vellum looks like it's floating. Does that make sense? So I'll stack some letters behind the vellum and on top of the vellum. So you have lots of dimension, and it will add that extra dimension behind the vellum so the vellum floats instead of laying flat, which will look really, really cool. And I will finish these. I promise I'll finish these, and they will end up on my blog sooner or later. Does that make sense? And then the top white letters will be that pearl. And I might, depending on how it looks in the end, I might come in with Kristina's, probably this one. This encouraging words, there's even like dies that cut the shape of these little words. So I'll probably cut stamp sending hugs with that blue metallic ink on white cardstock and glue that right on top of the word thanks somewhere. You could also create little flowers to scatter around the thanks using the dies, like this little die here and little leaves, and scatter them, some of those too. Hi, Carter. All right, so those, and I have two backgrounds, so I can do two things. That's the nice thing. But this has tons of shine to it. So there's lots of shine to it, and then this one has the white dots on top, which I think is kind of fun. All right, so that's what I've got, and I'm gonna have to go. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It's okay. We've been going since 1. If I knew how to stop the live, I would keep going, but I don't know how to.
I can show you.
No, I'm afraid. No, I'm afraid.
No, it's easy.
No, I'm afraid. Something will go wrong.
Well, then
Something will go wrong.
Anyway.
No. I don't want to mess it up.
Finish button.
I'm afraid.
Seriously, I'll show you the finish.
I'm afraid. No. Because I can finish. You know what I can do?
See the finish button?
Okay, put that back so I can see. What I'll do is I'll take this time before dinner to finish these up so that I'll have photos, and I'll share them on Instagram at least until I can get a blog post together. Okay? So we'll have the vellum letters on here.
Great by not having anything.
So I know this was different for me because I had no plans. So I thank you for helping me choose and vote.
And we have the poll figured out, so we can do that.
Yeah. That'll be fun. All right, which is better, a felt ink pad or a foam ink pad? Michelle, it is personal preference. Personal preference. I do find foam ink pads need to be re-inked more often. That's what, because it doesn't hold as much ink as the felt firm pads, but that's just it's really a personal preference. Honestly, I use both. I go by the color I like. Okay, thank you. I hope you can go watch some football. I don't know.
Or some more crafting.
Or some more crafting. I will finish these cards up and I'll take some quick pictures with my phone. Well, I can't use my phone. I'll take some quick pictures with something and I'll try to put them on Instagram when I get my phone working again.
After dinner,
But
we will call after.
there we go. So there's lots of shine here. So I just pull the plug, that'll shut it off. Yeah, I'm afraid. Hey, listen, I did this by the seat of my pants today. I can't take any more pressure. I can't end this on my own too.
There's the
No,
power
I'm not
switch.
doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
The button of death.
All right. Yeah, go watch the Puppy Bowl. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. It was a little different than usual, a little all over the place, but I think you hopefully got some ideas of how to look at products and see how to combine them together. We got Kristina's line and Concord and Ninth's line and some other inks and such. So I will finish these up and I will share them soon. Look at that. Can you see that shine? You can't. Oh, it's so pretty. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here. I don't know that I'm going to go live Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And for that, I have...
and I have nowhere to go.
There will be, some really special offers for that one. And then I will have a regular video on Tuesday night. So lots coming up. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And thank you for helping me vote here. I hope you have, I know Gina does it without Tom, but I told you I'm not as good as Gina. Can only handle so much. Mm-hmm. Thank you for being here. And I will post these photos as soon as I can. Take care. Have fun.